Meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you.
Hey, Roger, may I dedicate that moment of silence to Hayden Butler? He passed away earlier today.
I did not hear that.
Thank you. He was a former council
Yep.
member and longtime judge.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, he was judged for like 15 years.
All right, we'll have the call to order. I'm sorry, we'll have the roll call, excuse me,
Roger Hammer,
here.
Bruce Brown. Kevin Ritchie.
Here.
Desiree Payton.
Yep.
Jeffrey Vanaway.
Present.
Thank you. All right, approval of minutes. Was everybody here for both of these or not?
I was not.
You were not, or which one?
Special.
Special meeting,
So I
okay,
can-
we need to handle them separately then,
Yep.
okay. Any change, let's do the special council meeting first, any changes to that one? That was the,
I'll make a motion to approve the special meeting minutes.
I will second that.
all right, with a motion second, all in favor say aye. All opposed? Jeffrey abstains. Thank you. All right, for our regular council minutes from November 18th, are there any changes?
I'll make the motion. We pass the council meeting minutes for November 18th, 2025.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, we have a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, public comments. One at a time, please come up, state your name and your address, and you'll have 2 minutes to speak. Who would like to speak?
My name is Gail Roswell. I'm at 28 North Adams Street, Knightstown, Indiana. I own the business Lingenfelder Repair. I have put in some public requests for a federal grant that I want to apply for the town, and I want this submitted into public record, a copy
Okay.
of it.
Can you explain what it is to us?
It's information about the work that needs to be done on our water well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I misunderstood. You said a grant, so you're asking
Yes.
for public records, you're saying?
Yes.
It's not a grant,
So I can
right?
apply for this
Okay.
grant.
Okay,
And I had received a grant about 6 years ago. I have a good connection, and I would like to try to help the town with the grant that I never got to receive before. They already okayed it, so I'm hoping that it will float forward for the Knightstown.
okay. Send it to Bart for us there. What's the grant about specifically?
It's $1 million grant to fix the water issues. I read in the paper, I think that they said it was like $550,000 to repair it, but it was double that to replace it.
Oh,
So
you're
I'm
talking about
hoping
the
for the
clear
$1
well?
million
Right.
grant, we'd still be a little bit
Clear
short,
well.
but I think with some fundraising, we can probably fill in the gap. Since if they come up with $1 million, it wouldn't be that much more to finish getting a pump or whatever you might need for that infrastructure repair. So
Yep.
that's why I was asking for the public request, but they told me it could take up to 90 days, so I wanted to submit it into public record, that I have that information to, but I can't apply for the grant without the information to send in to them.
Okay,
And I would need at least a board member. They told me back that I would need at least one board member to accept that grant. And I think that they told me up front I would have to go through Bart, so I'm not really for sure. Okay.
so he's
I-
the clerk treasurer. So the
Okay,
board
so
member
he
would
would
have
be able to accept that grant for me if I got,
Probably the board would need to accept it. We probably would want to vote to accept it if that's what we were doing. I
boy,
would
that'd be
guess.
crazy to turn it down.
So,
It's a
yeah,
big
we'll have to
grant.
see what it is, of course, and what the
Sure.
requirements are and all those things.
Sure, and
Sounds
that's
great,
why I
of
had to
course.
file so many public requests for all the information that they needed.
Okay.
And
Who's the grant from? Can I ask that?
it's federal level. I believe it's item.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, item grant. Perfect.
Yep, yep.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it. Thank you.
We have a form at the clerk's office, and if you want to.
Yeah.
She's filled them out.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to submit it into public record. But they need that information to prove why we need the money.
Okay.
And that's the only reason why I was attempting to ask for the information is so they had all their ducks in a row for when, it only took me 2 weeks last time. It took me 6 years to find the contact, but after I found him, it only took 2 weeks to get that grant money.
Okay.
So I just didn't want to have to wait 90 days if I didn't have to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who else? Anyone else would like to speak?
Ralph Heck, 7309 South Grant City Road. I'm here and I want this on the record that, Roger, you made a comment to the Newcastle Courier-Times that you had almost all the signatures for that sewer going out to I-70 on the corridor. There's 17 properties from the cemetery to I-70. I know 9 that haven't signed. That's,
Yeah, I don't know if they printed that, but I've never told anyone that all the signatures were done.
that's what
I've
they
told over and over that I actually have the list, and I know there's at least 3 I'm aware of that haven't, so I would have never
there's
said.
9, I can tell you right now.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and then, so where'd that list come from,
What list?
of the people that signed?
Oh, it's people that, I'm not sure what you mean. It's not a list, it's actual signatures on contracts.
And who provided you that list?
The people, I don't remember his name, but the guy that actually went through and talked to,
Who was that was supposed
I
to
don't
go
remember his
through?
name offhand.
So we just
But
had
he
some
was
stranger
he was a person that was hired to do this.
by the town,
Yes.
and you don't know his name?
I don't remember it. He was hired actually by our engineer, so
Okay.
we didn't hire him
And
directly.
I
It was
understand that
kinda
you're,
indirect.
what, you've since changed engineering companies, that was part of the contract to
We're
get those?
changing engineering companies. We'll be
Okay.
talking about that tonight.
And are these guys aware of that, for the contracts that haven't been signed? Like I said,
We've
I know-
talked to
I
a
know of
number of those.
9 of the 17. And on top of that, even the ones that you got, one person I know that did get approached, told them to pound sand, but it says on the very top, void after 12 months. So even the ones you got now are void. They're gonna have to start back over. So just an
We'll,
FYI.
we'll take a look at what we have and
All right.
make the decisions that we need to make, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay.
My name is Michaela Bova, and I'm a resident of Knightstown for 6 years now. I also proudly serve as the assistant to Chief Landon Dean and the Knightstown Police Department. I just want to share something that I believe is important for our community to hear. Chief Dean is not just a boss, but he's a leader, a teacher, a mentor, and a constant source of support. In just 3 short months, I've learned more from him than I've ever expected. He leads by example. He teaches, he encourages, and he stands firmly behind every member of his department, all without ever seeking recognition or praise. What many people don't see is what happens behind the scenes. Chief Dean regularly steps in to cover patrol shifts when an officer has an unexpected conflict. He fills reserves hours when they can't be covered, even if it means giving up his own days off. When officers face difficult or unfamiliar situations, either he or Captain Davis responds immediately to guide and support them, no matter the time of day or night. As the newest person in this department, I can personally speak to the culture that they have created here. From day one, I was never made to feel like just a new person. Questions were welcome, guidance was freely given. I was encouraged, supported, and treated and valued as a part of this team. Officer Bodkin, Officer Day, Officer Branham, Captain Davis, and Chief Dean consistently take the time to explain, include, and check in, not because they have to, but because that's who they are. They don't just support one another, they support me, the other town employees, and the community as a whole. Their teamwork, patience, and commitment should be a source of pride to the citizens of Knightstown. Every officer, full-time and reserve, continues to pursue training and education to better themselves, often completing in courses that are not even required, simply because they truly care about doing the job the right way. Chief Dean has even encouraged and helped some officers take steps into teaching those skills to others. I'm deeply grateful for every member of this department, and especially for Chief Dean's leadership. The community is fortunate to have these officers who care deeply, work quietly, and give far more than most people will ever see. It's easy to criticize from a distance, but it's much harder and far more meaningful to encourage, support, and recognize the people who show up every day to serve this town. I believe our police department deserves to be commended and celebrated for the dedication that they bring to Knightstown. Moving forward, if anyone has any ideas for how our officers can be more involved in the community activities, I welcome you to share them with me. I'd be glad to make those connections and continue building positive, lasting relationships between Knightstown and our dedicated police department.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, anyone else? Yep. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Brittany Rowland from Carthage. I am just coming back. I just sat through the police department meeting, and I have come to the conclusion that I do not want to be disrespectful to the rules of public, personnel matters. But I do think it's worth me letting you know. I did go through the policies that you have all said to have already reviewed. I also spoke with Landon Dean previously. He has a copy as well of the actual policies that I've come across. And I would like for you to take a look and make sure that there's not anything that we've missed. I do appreciate the police department. I also appreciate you for doing what you're doing. I know that we're all on the same page. I just want to know that we're all on the same page and that we're holding ourselves accountable for all rules and regulations and laws and not just picking and choosing. And that's what's going to make our community better and stay on the same page. So if you would have this, I have a copy of it. Actually, you can have it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And that is all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
Oh, I thought he was
Going once? Go-
going. If I want to add something, do I do that at the end?
You can say something, yeah.
Okay, I mean, not comments, just on the agenda.
Oh, yeah, as far as agenda, we can adjust the agenda if you want. Okay, is there any other public comments? Are there any?
Oh,
Okay, come on up. Yeah, come on up.
Sorry, this is my first time at something like this.
Okay.
well, welcome.
So what I got here, well, my name's Jacob. I'm a resident here in Knightstown.
What's your last name?
Jacob Dobbins.
And your
Oh.
address?
Yeah, so my company's JDE Maintenance, and every once in a while we help out around the town. We're at the cemetery. So we went out back there and cleaned up, where the wood millings and wood chips and all that are there. And I'd come up with an idea I wanted to run by you guys while I was back there. And it'd be kind of like turning that thing back there into a green cycle, and it would be cleaning it up. So, any wood that's back there, we could run through a tub grinder, turn it into mulch. I kind of got a whole PowerPoint presentation that I kind of made just to kind of show the benefit of what it would be. And then I know there was a big concern about people bringing things back there that they shouldn't bring back there. So my idea was Starlink. I have Starlink access to it, and we have a bunch of them because we set a Starlink with all of our equipment. So anyway, Starlink would give a security there, and then kind of a fence, and really everything was in my presentation here.
We have a kind of a busy meeting tonight.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm personally willing to put you on an agenda for like next month if you want.
And that's kind of what I
You can come back
wanted.
and do a full presentation for us. That's fine. I'm willing to listen.
Okay.
Is that acceptable to the council?
I think that's great.
Yeah, and I wanted to
You willing
bring
to
it up to everybody. Just, I see a benefit for it because, well, the cemetery could use some extra money.
Always.
The town could, and if you see my projections, next month when we talk, I feel like it'll be a big benefit to everybody. So, and I have a solution to, I wouldn't call it a problem, but I have a pretty good idea. So,
Okay.
or I feel like I do. So,
Thank you for coming.
yep, and that's all I had.
So can we make sure he gets on the agenda next month? Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Police report.
Thank you. Thanks for all the comments. We become better when we have a check and balance. There's people in this room that know that very well, that the more check and balance, the better things are, even though sometimes it's uncomfortable. So I appreciate that. The police report?
I have a question.
Yes.
You guys have new uniforms?
This is
Or are
what they
those-
call a Class A uniform.
Okay. You look
And
great. I
it's
saw
supposed-
the picture with you guys at the ceremony. You look great. Thank you.
Kind of your fancy go-to-meeting thing.
I see. Okay.
And I had it out yesterday for the academy, and now that the academy requires one of these now for graduation, so I think it's a good thing. Being the old-fashioned guy that liked the old-fashioned, those are more comfortable, but and more tactical.
Sure.
But thanks.
Okay.
Yep. All right, patrol hours for last month, 995 hours. Calls for service, 217. Security checks, we did 72. Traffic stops were 200 even, 200 even traffic stops. I have a feeling since Devin's out of the academy, those numbers may go up next month, but. Tickets issued, we wrote 85 pieces of paper. 47 of those 85 pieces of paper were warnings, and there were 200 total stops. So the balance of that were verbal warnings. So I know a lot. It's popular to say we're writing tickets to everybody and we're doing a lot of crazy stuff, but right there's the numbers. 85 pieces of paper, 47 warnings, but a total 200 pullovers. So tickets issued. Oh, that's. Did I have that in there twice? School bus patrols. What happened?
He just walked in out of the rain.
Yeah, Jesse was.
Jesse, what's that? Oh,
He's so.
oh.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
thought they were laughing at me.
Didn't mean to distract you.
All right. School bus patrols down a little bit this month. We've been quite busy at school times lately, so that's why that's down. Devin, who's standing around the corner there, graduated the academy last night. We were certainly proud of him. He got something that a lot of people don't get. He got the leadership award.
Oh, nice.
He was an assistant squad leader. One thing that he did while he was in the academy that needs to be recognized is he saved a human life. As I said last time, there was a fellow student from what county? Am I allowed to say that?
It was from Morgan County. We were at dinner. I was sitting at the table next to him. He ended up standing up, put his hands around his neck. Another student went too high. I moved that student out of the way. I went lower, hit his stomach, did the Heimlich about 3 or 4 times, and ended up regurgitating his food.
Amazing.
And started breathing in.
Amen.
Got cleared by medical.
And as you remember, he did save a person's life here in town that had a nasty injury. So good job, Devin. Glad to have you here and glad to have you back. So you made us proud. Just a side note, if you see this picture of everybody that attended his academy, I attribute that to the unlocked door between the departments. It wasn't that long ago when the departments did get along together. And I look at these ladies and I say, who couldn't get along with them? Even if I'm mad at them, I still love them. So it's great working with the council and the front office. And I don't know if the group from the utility office has ever attended a law enforcement academy graduation before, but that was awesome. Thank you. And with Bart's leadership. Can you hand me that box of stuff there on the corner? Well, you guys gave me the duty to get something together for our golf cart and ATV ordinance that's already in place. We want to start inspecting them. I put a proposed inspection sticker. Everybody I talk to in the public is very supportive of this, just for some control. The stickers that I ordered, you notice the different colors. We have some green ones, yellow ones, blue ones, and orange ones. And they're quite simple. Like if we choose yellow for 2026, when somebody comes in and gets their cart inspected and gets on our list, we just put the expiration date, which will be 12/31/2026, and they will display this on the front of their golf cart or their ATV. And that way the police at a glance know they have it. If they don't, the police will effect a stop and find out why they don't have it. And there'll be some accountability. The question for you guys is, I would like to start this and start registering in January. a fellow that attended the police committee said he's ready to do it tomorrow. So, but you guys have to decide if we want to follow the ordinance and charge. I know other communities charge an initial fee the first year and then a smaller fee every year to get renewed. Again, that adds more accountability if you do that, but that's completely up to you. So with Greg's advice or whatever, I would like to start this in January, which is real soon. So I asked for some support or a decision on which direction to go with these. And the process will be they'll call Michaela at the front office. They'll make an appointment, get this. We'll come and pick this up, and then they will either bring the piece of equipment here or we will go to their residence, make the inspection. If it passes the inspection, then we'll give them the sticker, and Michaela will record that on a spreadsheet we already have made so that we know which number belongs with which vehicle. So that's, you asked me to do that, and that's where I'm at so far.
If it doesn't pass the inspection, are you going to give the recommendation to people to get that fixed so they can be a
Yes.
part of this
Whatever-
program that we're doing?
Whatever's not on the list, we'll just say, well, we can't approve you to do that. And you know, the state law says they're not allowed unless a local community permits it, and that's what this will do. It'll get us all in compliance.
And how will we communicate this starting? Just
I was going to rely on you, Kevin, our social media guru, and we'll
Put it on the website.
the website,
guy
yeah,
knows how to
and the
do
Facebook pages and stuff. So
and the ordinance, I've read it, but is it on the website, or where am I going to find it again? It's been a while.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Okay.
I bet Greg could tell us how to get our ordinances into the public.
Yes, I need the last 15 years of ordinances from the clerk so I can get them to American Legal to get them codified.
But you've looked at
15
it
years.
recently. So do you have it on an email or something? You could.
I could send it to you. Yes.
Yeah, because then we could look at it. There might be some revisions needed on it. I don't remember.
And
I don't remember, does it not specify an inspection fee currently?
I'm sorry.
It does,
Does
right?
it not specify an inspection fee currently? I
A
don't.
fee? Is that what you?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it does. But do you remember what the fee is?
That's what
She's looking up.
I'm looking it up real quick.
it was my recollection it had an inspection.
$25, is that what you said?
And the only reason I hesitate, because in the last meeting or several meetings ago, when you asked me to do this, you're back and forth on whether it was going to be free or not free, or so.
Right. My other question is, hopefully this won't be an issue and we don't want to become a speed trap or whatever, but like any violations as far as, whatever's in the ordinance, like not speeding, but, anything that's not on here that might be a violation as far as like a vehicle.
Have to follow traffic.
Yeah.
So two things, yeah, they have to, if they run a stop sign, they get a regular ticket for running a stop sign. They don't get a town ordinance violation. If they don't register, that's a town ordinance violation.
Okay.
And they could get a ticket for that, and until they become in compliance. And
So all of that's in the ordinance.
and a lot of people aren't going to know, so we plan for the first, several stops. We're going to give people a chance and say, look, you need to go get this registered, or next time we see you, it's going to be bad news. And again, it's just to get everybody in compliance, and every single person I've talked to has been supportive because, they do see some problems with no accountability by people operating the golf carts in town. But
And we just had a big parade, right?
yes, it was fun.
How many carts were in that? I never heard.
11.
At least 10. It was really
Was it
fun.
10
I
or
hope
11?
that grows
Wasn't
next
I
year.
counted, they went right by me.
Yeah.
How many was it?
11.
11. See, I was
Not in-
close. At
not
least 10.
including,
Wasn't very good weather, if I remember right, was it?
oh, it was
No, but it was fun. It really was. I
Cold
hope
and
that-
snowy.
I think she said 2 boxes full of toys because people
Oh, good.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
she
that's
did.
great.
And on here, should there be, or would that be another thing? Like, I know one concern was like just having the amount of people on it that there's seats for, as opposed to like 10 kids on a golf cart? Okay,
Right. And it has to be a licensed driver, or
yes.
and it can't be
15 or above.
can't be a 10. A lot of our problems are 10-year-olds out running around on them. So
Yeah, licensed, yeah.
Have you looked at this? Okay, so this has got what I would consider to be personal information on it. License number, insurance information, which is good, but, this is not public record, I assume, after that, right? So we have to manage
Part
this
of it would be
information.
public record. If it was requested, then
Right.
we would have to redact those.
Right.
those
Okay,
issues
good.
or those items.
Okay.
We can make this form however
We
you
just
want.
have to
but
make sure
The
it's
reason
managed
for it
that's
is if
what
we
it
get this cart sitting somewhere, you know, it's not registered with the BMV, but we could check our spreadsheet and find out who that belonged to and how to get a hold of them.
I would have to redact stuff the same way I do out of police reports, so
Okay,
I would know what
that's
needed to
good.
be taken out.
As long as we're aware of that.
And is there, and I'm not that familiar with all the terminology, but is there other types of vehicles that are like golf carts, like ATVs or side-by-sides or?
It's my understanding that you guys voted to include the ATVs in the first meeting.
Yeah, we should include all those, in my opinion.
Yeah, we were gonna,
Here's the
If we need to
problem.
update it, that's,
Well,
what?
it's not a problem if you want it. Just like golf carts, ATVs are strictly prohibited from being operated on streets and roads. And so, for lots of different reasons. So, my recollection, and again, I'll double check it, is that this ordinance only pertains to golf carts.
Okay.
And then the third classification is UTVs, which are called utility vehicles. And I think that's more like what you probably have.
Like what they call side-by-side, right?
Landscaping
So
stuff.
I would actually agree with that personally. I would back away from what I said.
Okay.
I think ATV, I'm not really big in favor of ATVs necessarily being on the roads. I don't know if that's a big, I haven't seen any personally, but, you know, golf carts and the side-by-sides, they're more like what I would feel like as a vehicle rather than a recreational, you know, a fast vehicle, right?
I think we sent, but we'll resend to all of you those definitions so you can.
Okay.
In the state law, as it currently is. But just as Lanny said, the same is true of golf carts. They're not allowed, except they are by local ordinance. But I'm not sure ATVs or UTVs have that same option in local ordinance. But
Oh, really? Okay.
I'll double check.
So that you think they may be excluded either way? Okay.
well, should I hold off until I hear from you of doing anything?
I think he's got to review that.
Okay.
This looks good to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay.
like, and I love your
Well,
plan and your stickers.
On our side, we're ready when you guys decide. How's that? All right?
Yeah, I'd like to see start right away, but
Yeah.
yeah, if we're gonna do it, let's get it going, but
Well,
yes,
we'll
let's
need
get
to
the
look
feedback,
at
so.
the ordinance again.
We may be having a meeting before our next one, if we wanna kind of push the engineering side of things, we'll see, but,
Okay.
if we do, maybe we can address that earlier.
Let me know if I need to do something else. I'll be glad to help.
Let me just make a comment now. So could we go ahead, we have an ordinance,
Yeah, but we need to.
he's got an update, I'm just saying, we've already got an ordinance that covers golf carts.
He can do golf.
So why couldn't we go ahead and start with the golf carts
can.
and then address the others? And if we want to update the ordinance, we can always update the ordinance. We don't have to, doesn't have to be updated. I mean, it's already there, right? We just need to start enforcing what we already have. If we want to make adjustments, we can do that.
I
Golf
kind,
cart or
Okay,
There's
right,
county-
yeah.
Must be a county road.
Okay, that's good to know. So you're probably fine, but we'll check it.
It's only,
Yeah, that's the other question. So these golf carts, I mean, that I've seen running around town. You know, some of them don't have.
Yeah, we need to, I'm sorry.
our meetings are streamed.
Our meetings are,
And so
for our-
people are supposed to be.
I appreciate your input. Could be helpful, but we need to keep our meetings running.
Well, and again, the purpose of the streaming is so that the people outside.
Everybody can
anybody
hear.
watching Sees and hears everybody that's talking and what's going on. And so we don't have cameras that would just pick up people in the audience. It's focused on this area. So not to try to discourage you from comments, I understand. But, and I know we're all used to in our meetings.
Yeah, we've been very
you know,
open.
Speaking out from the audience, which is understandable, but we do need to keep everything on the record. I would just say that the gentleman that has a UTV, Hancock County has adopted an ordinance allowing him. I assume Henry County, if you live in Henry County, has probably done the same. So that's what it would take if you were to authorize those. We did, if I recall, carve out an exception for the police vehicle that you had back when that was initially acquired. So, but I'll look at the I'll look at the ordinance and send that to you. I'll look at the statutes on ATVs and UTVs, send those all to you, and then you can discuss it and give me some direction.
I think Dave was going to ask about taillights that aren't currently on.
Well, like if you take this,
I'm sorry. I'm just really interested in
I know, that's why I said, I don't want to discourage the
Yeah,
comment.
go ahead and state your name and your address so we can make
Dave
it.
Maddox, 203 North Adams Street, Knightstown. If you take Cicero, which I know you're gonna call, everything revolves around golf carts in Cicero. So they all have to have headlights, they all have to have turn signals,
Yeah, we have,
everything, just like, like a vehicle.
we have the same thing
You see a lot of them run around town now,
with
don't have any of that, so good luck.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do.
I mean, it's gonna upset a lot of people, but it needs to happen.
Yep.
And having a license and above to drive needs to happen also.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
My suggestion would be not to roll it out this, enforcement or whatever until we look at the ordinance and do any type of revisions on it, because if you change something after you roll it out, then that causes more confusion to me.
Well, I'm at the starting line.
Already
Tell us
out,
to
that
go,
was
we'll
my
go.
point. It's not being
How's that?
rolled out, it's already out. So-
It is out, but it's not been promoted, enforced.
True.
Probably, I could probably count 5 people maybe that has actually ever read it or aware of it.
Could be, yep.
So I think before we go out, and I think it'll be great, and I'll work with you on it, like to do a Facebook or social media post about it, that this is happening, and then go from there. But if we roll something out and then change it a month later, add something, I think that would even be more issues.
What's the council
myself.
think? You heard 2 opinions, any
I-
thoughts?
I think that because we already have an ordinance on the golf carts, I think that we can definitely start the golf carts. And I think it's important that we start, I mean, I get that maybe not everybody knows about the ordinance.
Do we know everything? I don't. I mean, I have access to it, and I will look through it again, and I've read it, but before I vote on anything, I need to know at line by line. I didn't know we were going to vote on that tonight, so.
We're not. I
Well-
don't think we're voting on anything.
Well, I thought we were voting on whether to roll it out.
No,
I think
it's
the
already
comment-
out, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying,
no,
it's already
no,
out, so
yeah.
he can start. I mean, he doesn't even need to ask us to get started, is my point, right? It's already out. so-
Well,
I just
I'm
need to
trying
know direction on the fees for
Yeah,
the,
well, that was gonna be my point,
Unless
was
we
if
just
we're gonna start charging fees,
Yeah, how can
which we already have in there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's $25,
we can.
I don't wanna wait a few months and, that fee covers 10 months instead of 12.
Yeah.
I don't know how much people are
I'm
gonna
just
be
trying
riding
to
their carts in
support
winter. but-
Landon and the police department, because if they go out there and start issuing tickets or stopping people without them even,
Well, and from what I understand, Landon is not saying that anybody is going to get a ticket the first time.
He's saying he's gonna be.
He's,
No,
it,
but-
he's going to give warnings, just like you get a warning if
Yeah.
you do 2 miles over the speed limit in a school zone or whatever. You get like a warning. You don't get a warning if you run the
Okay.
stop sign.
But I know you haven't been here long, but what is your estimation the last time somebody was stopped for a golf cart violation? I mean,
We've stopped for traffic violations all summer, but we've not stopped anybody because they weren't registered. Even though it was on the books, they weren't registered, so that would be unfair to,
Right.
yeah.
so you stop somebody tomorrow for not being registered and just say, this is blah, blah, blah. I think if you have a promotion of it, say this is coming in January or later in December, gonna be a lot less grief for you.
That's why I'm here, as I ask you guys.
One thing I
I'm all
want
Any
to,
other thoughts?
I'm all for
Okay,
it.
we've heard from 3 of us, so you other 2 have any thoughts?
I'm in favor of the ordinance. I just think we need to come up with the dollar amount, and then per the dollar amount, do we have to have a separate line item for the amount collected? Where does that money go?
right.
What does that look like? That would be my biggest concern is
That's a
where
good
does
question.
that
Where's the
go?
money go? Sure.
Jeffrey's got a really good point. I agree with him, because we had tried in the past to open up an ordinance violations bureau in the past after the court got shut down. And then we tried a year or 2 later to do it's the enforcement of it, like you're saying, is the problem. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
that's
mean, and we didn't really get any backing from the county either. So I mean, as long as we have a protocol set up to where, yeah, a rate schedule, you know, we enforce it. Who does it go to? Where you pay the money? You know, so if we had
the money go?
a strict, yeah, how does it get put through? And we enforce it that way. I think a rate schedule, yeah, I agree, would be like the most important thing.
I'm not opposed for it at all. I just, the money thing is the big deal.
I think
the
that's a good
ordinance
point.
thing is the big deal.
I'm fine. We can put it off if you want.
Can we just push it off
For
a
that,
month?
at least,
Yeah,
yeah.
we push it off a month and we can advertise a little bit and
Sure.
And
So let's make sure we're ready to do it next month, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd be happy to meet with you to go over the ordinance just to see if, and then bring it back and say, well, this needs.
I don't really have a dog in the fight. You guys asked me to prepare this and get it ready to go, so it's ready,
Thank you.
whatever. So,
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and this looks
Certainly
like a
rivet.
good document.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
Okay.
It's very
your
simple,
plan looks
very
good.
easy to understand.
All right. Any, what else?
Gallons, 528 gallons. Here's the arrest. It's been a 15 arrests for the month. I'm happy to see that there's not the domestic batteries and the methamphetamines. I hope that's because of deterrence, but we still have some operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Most of those have been on the day shift. I even had one. Not me. I didn't get arrested, but I did. I did arrest him. I had to be careful how you say things, but it's again, it's been a busy month for the arrests for the guys, and again, I think those will probably go up again with the increase of patrols. I don't need to read all those to you, but I'd be glad to provide that list to anybody that needs it. Reserve training. If you see this picture, this was your room. We converted this room into a classroom the last 4 or 5 days. We made a mess of it, but we did get it cleaned up. We got done today about 5:15, and our police committee meeting started at 5:30. We got it cleaned up really quick, and that was a 40-hour pre-basic that took about 45 hours. We went over a little bit. They have left a Saturday morning, just so everybody that's listening will know. We'll be at the high school at 7 a.m., driving through the cones, learning how to drive.
High school or intermediate?
Intermediate school. Did I say high school?
Yes, you did.
I still refer to that as the high school. Yeah.
So intermediate.
Yeah, the intermediate school. One Panther Trail is 7 a.m. They'll be back here for their defensive tactics, and then in the afternoon they'll do their final shooting, and then they will be ready to start their FTO. So I'm proud of those folks. They've worked really hard this week, and special thanks to Captain Davis. He had to leave. His son's on the basketball team, so he's at the basketball game. He did a lot of teaching, and Officer Branham was in today, as you see, and gave us the latest and the greatest. And as of every pre-basic, things change, and I learned a few things in this one too. So, awards dinner Saturday night, reminder, and yes, I'm saying that in a public meeting because anybody's welcome. I would love to see all of you there. I know some of you can't make it. You have other businesses, but it'll be fun and exciting, and we get to reward these guys. It's a night to feed them and tell them thank you, and go above the noise and be a positive evening, and let these guys know how much we appreciate them, guys and gals, how much we appreciate them. And I hope it's at the Smith Building in Newcastle at the Memorial Park.
And the start time is?
6:30.
Okay.
And
I saw that online. For some reason, I had it on my calendar at 6, so I just want to make sure.
So I'm excited. It's one of my favorite nights of the year to do that. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Would love to answer any questions that anybody has of me.
And I just have one. The calls for service was 217. The traffic stops were 200. Were all those conducted inside the town limits, or were we?
The majority of them are.
We're venturing outside a little bit, or
Most of the stops, or most of the reason for the stop occurs inside town.
Okay.
A lot of times people, like Mr. Richardson was talking earlier, he sees a lot of stops in his house. You live, 2 miles outside of town? Oh, he's gone.
He just walked out.
But we see a lot of stops, but the majority of our stuff originates
Turn
here.
around and they're out of town. Or
no, as
We
long as
don't-
we're not going the interstate, we're up at the truck stop or at Dunreath, Charlottesville. as long as
We do
it's-
take some calls at the truck stop. When we're sent, we don't volunteer for them.
Okay.
As we have the 95% rule that 95% of their time needs to be spent inside the city limits. But as you know, the Dollar General store, my market, that's outside, and 5% of the time, I appreciate if they roll out there and check on those people, because Knightstown people go there, the people that work there, Knightstown people. We're not running radar in Dunreath. We're not running radar. We do run a little radar out by the school for obvious reasons. That's not technically in town, but we're not out running radar on the interstate. If I found out about that, that would be not a good thing.
School's in town.
But if one night when I was working, a state trooper called for help at the 115 mile marker, which is 109 and 70, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and the county was all busy, and they asked me to go out there, and of course I go for that kind of stuff, but we don't. That's not our bailiwick, and most of our work is right here in town.
You probably answer calls in Raysville.
What's that?
If there's a Raysville call, you head over there.
If there's a Raysville call and they send us, we go.
That's what I
Yep.
thought, yeah.
And probably Carthage Pike a little bit.
That'd be Rush County.
You know,
but
I know in police departments past, just listening, Rush County would call for Knightstown and Henry County a lot, but that's probably only happened 2 times in the last 9 months that we've gone into Rush County. So we did a lockout on the Carthage Pike one night, but they don't call us out there. But if they do, we'll go, because if they call us, they're calling us for a reason. So.
Who's the next one to go to Academy? Corey?
Officer Day.
What's that?
Corey's going to
Academy.
the
Oh,
Academy.
yeah, Corey's next up. He has his test. Is he here? Nope. He has his physical entrance test Monday, and as long as that goes well, which I don't see that it won't, he will begin on January 4th or 5th. And then he'll be gone for 5th, and then he'll be gone for 3 months, so.
Okay. And that's Tier 1.
Tier 1.
Can you just briefly explain to the world what Tier 1 is as opposed to Tier 2? I think that's great that they're being trained as Tier 1 officers instead of...
Your request is explain the difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2?
Yeah.
Well, Tier 1 is 16 weeks, and I don't know how long Tier 2 is.
12 maybe.
And I think, I mean, I've got my opinion about that, but I prefer to send everybody to Tier 1 because it's 16 weeks. They have a broader range of training. They spend more time. It's my understanding, now it's been 30-some years that I was there, that I went, but it's my understanding that they still do a lot of hands-on stuff. They do a lot of stuff on the Evo course. It's a lot more hands-on than the Tier 2. The Tier 2 derived, we used to call it years ago, the Town Marshal's Academy, that for small towns that didn't have the time or the money to send people, they would go for like 6 weeks, and then some of that was on the weekends and stuff. It tried to cater to that. I don't know how long Tier 2 will last, but they changed the name to Tier 2. I just think it's a bad idea to send people to Tier 2. If your department ever grows to a certain size, you have to have Tier 1. We're not there in Knightstown, but if a certain size department has to have a Tier 1, and I think it's a disservice to the fellows that we send them to a Tier 2 because they don't get quite the same training, and they come out with more knowledge and more experience, and that's my best explanation.
Great.
So.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There's Corey.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Sorry we ran a little longer than usual.
Okay, thank you for the lights. All right, Works Manager, unfortunately Randy's not here. You have it. Excellent, thank you. You do have a report.
You're fine. I'm standing in today for Randy. I have an update from all of our departments. Please bear with me. It's not my forte, so some of this stuff's over my head. I asked each department to just kind of send me what I needed to share today, so this is what I have. The cemetery from Elvis, he had 8 funerals. From the streets department, I asked Rick for an update, but I didn't receive anything, so at this time, I do not have a street update. Water from Doug, Brandon Bertram with Lane. The company that services wells and pumps has put a quote on what needs done with the wells. Roxanne is going to discuss that with you all in just a moment. Our salt truck is at Davis Towing. We actually just picked it up.
Okay, I was gonna say, we got it back, I hope.
Yep, we just
Good.
picked it up. Sorry, I typed this morning and we picked it up this afternoon. It got new brakes and the front end all checked out. Due to the temperature, they are not opening water pits, and they're just estimating for any non-remote meter readings when it's below 0 or below a certain temperature. We still have around 150 water meters that need to be replaced, and some of them have non-working valves, meaning that we can't even shut the water off. So we need to consider Lukens changing out more, as we've already done with about 25 to 30 of them. I just kind of wanted to bring that to your attention for future consideration, so that can be on your mind. The sewer update from Lexi. She had an issue for about a month with the Headworks pump faulting out. She called Toric and BL Anderson many times within that time span, trying to figure out what could possibly be wrong. They wanted to only focus on the VFD cabinet for the Headworks pumps, even though she was suggesting that they focus on everything to do with Headworks. They did eventually figure it out that it was the Headworks wet well sensor that needed to be replaced. It was finally able to be fixed. All of the Headworks are operating very well now, and she's not had any issues since. We have had 8 emergency outages since our last meeting. Electric. Sorry. I have created an on-call schedule for Elvis, Lexi, Doug, and Isaac, with Randy being out. Color-coded. If anyone would like a copy, I will send it. I have it done through March, which again, you'll find out here in a little bit why I have it done through March. It will be one person on for a week, Friday to Friday. All of them have agreed. They all agree that this will be super helpful. I've shared a copy of the schedule with each one of them, as well as everyone in the office. So if we get an after calls hour, we only call one person instead of calling 2 people, or one calling one and another calling another, because we never really know who's on call. So we all have a schedule now. With Randy being out, again, that'll be discussed in a minute, all of these guys have truly stepped up. They're working extremely well together to fill in any gaps. I'm proud of the team that we have here. We do have 3 separate issues that we need to bring up with the council, so I'm going to turn it over to Roxana because it is about money.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, so I did talk to Elvis and Doug the other day. Fantastic conversation. They're already on top of it. You know, very willing to step up and do what's needed to make sure everything's well managed.
All 4 of them
And
have all been working, well, I guess 5, because Rick too. All 5 have really stepped up and tried to fill in any gaps.
And they said, you know, we're pulling together as a team, we're getting everything done.
Yeah.
I want to just mention, there was at least one complaint, probably more out there, about the roads. So we did have a couple of trucks getting fixed, but they did head out. I think this was yesterday morning. I
Yes,
talked to them.
Doug headed out.
And they headed out 2 trucks to try to get this, kind of the slop off the roads. I haven't driven around town personally a lot, so hopefully they got that done.
With all this rain,
we
who
did.
knows
We are
what's
trying
gonna
to get
happen.
things cleaned up.
Yes,
but, yeah,
yes.
it's warmed up and the rain's going to wash it away.
And I will
so
say all 5 of them have been frequently checking in at the office more, making sure like, hey, is there anything you guys have for us that we need to do? Every one of them calls Roxana at least twice a day. Even Isaac, the new guy, he's been super helpful. He's been learning new things so that he could step up and do the on-call to help kind of fill that, so that Elvis, Lexi, and Doug weren't the only ones doing on-call. So we do have 4 that will be on call. So essentially they'll only have 1 week a month. So
What's Isaac's last name?
Mick Roberts.
Robert. And he's mainly based in which-
Cemetery.
Cemetery, that's right.
But he was like doing the salt truck for us when we
Right.
had the snow, and he was learning some of the other stuff so that he could help fill in some stuff. And he took over for Elvis so that Elvis could help in other areas. So yeah, they're working really well together.
Is it, and that's great, but is it, are we having an issue of much overtime because of?
Really, we had a lot of overtime this weekend, but a lot of that was because Elvis had 4 back-to-back funerals.
Yeah.
So a lot of that was our 2 cemetery guys, more than it was focused on any other reason, was he had 4 back-to-back funerals between Friday and Saturday. So he was incredibly busy out there.
So we weren't out overnight with snow or anything? When we had all that
Well, the snow, but that's what I'm going into
Okay,
now.
okay, go ahead.
We have reached out because we are shorthanded. We're already shorthanded anyway. I have a microphone right in front of me. I don't need to stand up. You can see me. I have too many papers. But because we are shorthanded and Isaac is not fully trained in plowing, Lexi is only about halfway there. And so we really only have Doug and Elvis who are really fully trained on it. So we reached out and got 3 quotes for snow removal assistance. You have this in your packet. The first page looks like an email because they didn't send us anything formally typed up. They just emailed it to Doug, who forwarded on to me. So we have one from this company in Greenfield, Etheridge Prop Services, I guess is what it's called. And then we have one from Jacob Dobbins. And then we also have one from Connor Smith. So You'll see that the one in Greenfield is $2.25 an hour per truck. Jacob is $125 an hour per truck. And then Connor Smith is $100 an hour per truck. So we have this as a backup if you guys want to choose one that we can call on a consistent basis if necessary. Because again, we did go ahead and call in Connor Saturday night. I spoke with Bart about it. Bart agreed that because Elvis was already at the cemetery starting at 6:30 Saturday morning, we couldn't ask him to be in the truck all night, obviously. And Doug can't keep up with just one. So we did go ahead and ask for assistance Saturday night, and call him in. So he was here roughly about 4 hours. Yes. So,
It was under $1,000.
yeah. So
And who was that you called?
Connor Smith.
And that-
Roxanne, do we know, like, how many trucks, like,
So Connor has 2 trucks. I think Jacob just has a truck per hour. I don't know how many Jacob has at his disposal.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, sorry.
Right there.
There you go. He has a lot. He has a lot, but it is broken down. So, this is really, this is for you guys to pick who you would prefer to have on an on-call basis. I spoke with, this was actually Doug's idea. Doug asked what we could do for assistance because obviously him and Elvis could not keep up, just the 2 of them. So he's the one that actually reached out. He reached out, got a quote. I reached out, got a quote. Elvis reached out and got a quote. So we just kind of worked together and to come up with a solution to try to help these guys. Like Michaela said, Isaac did learn the salt spreader. I think he did some plowing, but he hasn't got a lot of time in behind the wheel with the plow, but he is doing the salt spreader and he's confident and comfortable with that.
He did a
So,
lot of the cemetery.
yeah.
And I have a couple of questions. Mr. Dobbins, since you're sitting here, unfortunately, you get them. So, does your company have insurance?
We carry $5 million in life.
Okay. And then, not that it's any of our business, your customer list, but where does the town of Knightstown fall if that emergency call is made?
Well, you're actually in luck this year. So we just got done building a project in Morristown for the last 3 years. So
Okay.
I've subbed out all of our snow. So right now I've got a slew of equipment that sits.
Okay.
We got stuck in Morristown building bungee.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be a 3-month thing and turn into almost 3 years.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
You
to be
take that.
Close to home. But as far as snow removal goes, that used to be what I did for a living.
Okay.
I traveled the country doing snow emergencies. So I don't recall an exact price list. I just threw a quote together same day for Elvis, but I'm always willing to negotiate to fit a budget. By all means, it's local, so it's,
Yeah.
we'd be close. As far as like, if we're capable of it, we've been doing it for about 20 years.
And then my last question for you is the quote, is it gonna be good through 2026, since we're about 2 weeks away from that? Is it gonna run us through 2026 at the number that you gave?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, even though if your prices go up, it's still a quote that we have locked in for the next year?
So my overhead, the way I do my overhead, our guys are on a salary, so I know what they're making already in 2026.
Okay,
All my insurance is set for, I think I pay it 2 years at a time. So my prices, they don't really go up.
okay.
Unless there's something that happens with fuel, but I don't see that. I mean, I think it's true that takes pretty good care of it.
And I just wanted to give you thanks for what you have done for us. I mean, cemetery, it's been, we appreciate that. So,
I want to see where I can plug myself in.
no, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It would be my suggestion that you accept all of those bids and give the directive as to in what order they're called, so that in case whoever you call first, for one reason or another, isn't able to respond, and they're not just stuck with one company and not know what to do.
Yeah, okay.
And then if you go on to the next person
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
Done in most of my
yeah,
counties, but
makes sense.
again, if you wanna pick one, that's your choice.
So obviously, we've got a low bid, so obviously that, to me, that's a preference and local, so that's fine.
You would just need a motion.
But I'd also want to say, what are going to be what are the stipulations of when we're going to hire somebody compared to using the people we have, right?
What Doug and Elvis had asked was if, let's say we get a really heavy snowfall and they're already out all day in the trucks, that we could call somebody in to help do overnight.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Like Elvis said, I think it was the last snowfall we had, not this past one, but the one before that. Elvis and Lexi came in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they plowed until 9, and then Doug took over and was doing some plowing. So we didn't need to call anybody in that situation because of the time frame it started and then when it stopped.
Yeah,
So I think it's just more, if it's a continual
So
heavy
it's more
snow.
about not,
Not
we can't
keeping-
put people on the road 16
Right,
hours.
right, exactly. So it was kind of,
Totally
that was
makes
more
sense.
what they were
Good.
asking was someone just to kind of fill in the gap if it's a long, heavy snowfall.
Okay.
And I don't think it's used for if you want to take it off and not plow because the Colts game. I don't think that's
No,
a reason why you
agree.
would not come in and do that.
Right.
inconvenience, but yeah.
It would definitely be during.
Because I will tell you that
Non-working hours.
Exactly.
Saturday
It would be
before,
through that.
prior to us even calling Connor in, Elvis got finished with the cemetery and was plowing some roads, especially some of our more main popular roads. He was trying to get those cleared off.
Yep.
Because Connor had stated he couldn't be in town. He was, had started a job when we originally called him, so he was finishing that job but coming here. So he was gonna be here between 6 and 7. So Elvis went ahead and did start doing some plowing until Connor was able to come in. So that's kind of where they're looking for, is just kind of some help in the gap, when it gets to be too long.
And then plus, if they've, say they've already worked a full week, 40, 50 hours. then
Right,
Instead of making them work 7 days.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was told by one of them, he'd take all the overtime he could get. And even if we're paying overtime, it's still cheaper than hiring an outside contractor.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. So I,
I had one thing, I'm sorry to interrupt,
Okay.
but, so our $125 price is a truck with a plow and a salt spreader.
okay,
$175 to throw a plow on a truck.
just a truck, yeah, that's a pretty good rate, yeah. So I would propose that we go by price. We've got 3 prices. I would, in my case, I would call JED Maintenance first. And then we've got, Connor, and then we've got the third
Etheridge Prop
folks there,
Services.
and, yeah.
Where's
in,
he from?
Greenfield.
Greenfield, right?
Oh,
Pretty much, to throw our spreader on.
Spreader extra, yeah. Yeah, and we have spreader, so I wouldn't think
Got a
we would
brand
need
new
that,
spreader.
but, yeah, right, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just kind of put a whole price of what everything was in there. And you see there's like front end loaders, and we also have sidewalk.
you got a lot of stuff there, yeah.
That can do your sidewalks, and, we have a variety of everything.
Did you make the motion?
I,
He can't.
Oh, well, I'll
that's
make,
what he said.
yeah, well, I'll make the motion that we accept in the order of JDE Maintenance on his quote, Connor Smith on his quote, and then Etheridge Prop Services in that order with the quotes provided.
I will second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of accepting, say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's one down. Okay, I'm gonna start with, first I'll go with the Bobcat of Anderson email you guys have in there. We were informed, had no clue, because this was honestly before both mine and Katie's time, that the lease on that Bobcat was up in 2022. This is for the mini excavator that they have at the cemetery. So apparently that lease was up in 2022 and they just discovered it and reached out to us.
oh.
So our options are, they would like to talk to us more, so we wanted to get your guys' opinion first before we did anything. We could pay this off to the tune of $7,000, and own the excavator outright, or we could go into another lease program, which would come with maintenance and what have you. I asked Elvis for his opinion, just because he's the one that uses the excavator. He said, the excavator's not in horrible shape, but there is a lot of upkeep and maintenance that they've already done in the last couple of years, and it's gonna need some more. He said there's a lot of, belts and stuff that are gonna need to be replaced, some other things he's gonna need to have done if we choose to keep it. So something to keep in mind.
So is that covered under the lease?
No, because our lease is done. So if we
Right,
go with a
I'm
new
saying if we
one-
had a new lease, would
Yes,
they
that
cover
would
all the maintenance costs?
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's what I remember about the mowers, is they
Yes.
take care of anything and we get new mowers every 2 years.
Correct.
But if we,
The gentleman did say if you do a new lease, the lease also covers them coming and picking it up. There's no charge for them to come pick it up. But if
Okay.
we keep this one and do maintenance through them, it's like $150 each way to pick up the mower and bring, or the.
Any idea the approximate cost of the repairs it's gonna need?
No, honestly, I don't, and he wasn't sure either, but I guess my question is, we're already at 4 years, almost 4 years past on the lease, and it's still $7,000 to buy it out. That to me is crazy.
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
if we sign
Yeah.
a new lease, are we getting a new machine?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah,
brand
so
new.
a new lease is a brand new machine. So they would come pick this old one up, we would get a brand new machine.
And how long
under
is the lease for and the amount of the lease?
This lease was for 5 years, and the amount we've paid in the past, and I can't speak, like I said, we didn't get any money yet. We wanted to know which direction
He
to
didn't
go
give us a
first.
lease price.
The lease that we've been paying is $452
A month?
A month?
a month. Yes.
What's the total cost to buy one of these machines? You know? You don't know?
40,000,
Jake probably knows.
What, is it that big? Okay, I don't know.
So they're about 70 grand new.
Okay.
That machine, I'm familiar with it a little bit. That machine, right now, in the shape it's in, is probably worth 15 to 20 grand.
Okay.
It's not a bad machine. No matter what that machine needed, if it needed a couple of lines, which it wasn't leaking anything last time I seen it, I think about $1,000 would fix that machine up. And I don't know if you would need anything else for it. So, but then again, it doesn't have heat or air either. So.
Okay. Yep.
But that's the only downfall to that machine. But yeah.
Well, Bart, we obviously can't do $50,000, so.
Right.
7 grand though isn't bad.
7 is to buy this one we currently have outright.
Yeah, so he's saying maybe 1,000
You know, that's
more and
kind
you
of your
got it,
option,
you own it,
7,000 there, or
8,000.
step into a new lease.
So, remind me what Elvis said. Does he think we should buy it?
I
Is that
mean,
what he was saying?
He said that it won't be bad if we buy it, but.
Okay. But it is declining, right?
Yes.
So obviously it's
But it has no.
70% used or more, right?
Well, it doesn't have a cab. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't have
that's
a
why I
cab.
said it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, right. Okay.
That's what.
Yeah, because when they got this, they wanted one with a cab and heat and air. So that if you're out there digging a grave when it's 10 below and the wind's blowing,
Yeah.
And that was part of that ARPA
remember
money
that.
we spent too, I think, on the skid steer.
So
Can we get some prices
Now, those
together
are the
for what
skid
this?
steers.
Yeah,
that
so the sales managers offered to reach out and contact
we're not
us
talking
so
about
I can
skid
get
steer.
some
We're
lease
talking about
prices
We need
and
all the
stuff like that.
prices.
Yeah.
So that you
It didn't go on that.
So you
The
want
skid
both
steers down at the
buy out
street bar.
fixings
Yeah,
and-
yeah, we need all the clarity for pricing. We can't make a decision without that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll write that down. Thank you.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, with it being under a lease, I don't think we could probably.
We're
third
not under a
party-
lease.
No, if we were to get a new one to third party, or we could have. it
Oh, yeah,
leased.
no, right, yeah. Not, we don't need that
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
get a new lease, right.
All right. One more. Sorry about this. You guys have the email and the quotes in your packet. This is from Brandon at Lane.
Yep.
This is in regards to a lot of work, there's 3 different projects. That's why you have 3 different quotes in your packet that Brandon has sent over. He's kind of spelled it out in that email. That's why we went ahead and printed it, was just what needed to be done as far as like the water wells are concerned, as well as a couple other just filter valve actuator replacement, as well as the flange on well 1, and then the flow meter on well 2. From what I understand, Brandon said if you guys have any questions, he's happy to come and speak to you about it. But he did kind of spell this out for you in the email. And he did state in the email that if we choose to do all of it at the same time, he could cut a lot of that labor cost, because they would be able to do everything at once, obviously, and not make multiple trips. So that is something that you could think about there. But the price, he's got all the prices broken out on each one, so if you choose to not do all three, you can choose what you would like to do now and then kind of go from there. But he does highly recommend fixing and replacing that broken discharge flange like very quickly. That one's critical.
Absolutely, because that means we have one well.
Yeah, I was
If
gonna say,
it
we
goes
need to get this
down-
done.
So so fix me if I'm wrong. I thought at the last meeting, maybe the meeting before, we talked about and I thought approved the cost to get that flange and all that fixed.
No, what you approved was for the sewer plant.
That was.
That
Yeah,
was,
that
for
that
the
was
sewer
for-
plant.
For Lexi.
Yeah.
That was for dirty
This one's water.
This is
Clean water.
Yeah.
But we did, you're right, we did approve that.
On the quotes, he has like the wait time.
Yeah.
For the shipment of stuff, so that way you can see.
Oh, yeah, 4 or 5 weeks, wow.
Bart, what's the money look like?
Right now, if I guess that, in the water utility fund, the current balance is $104,650.36. So, you know, 104,000 you change, yeah, I mean, these are things that.
What does this all add up to, Roxanne?
Yeah, that's 16,000.
17, almost 18, little under 18,000 for all of it.
Roger, your purchasing policy would require you to solicit 3 quotes. Now,
This is
with
an
regard to
emergency.
With regard to the one that's considered an emergency, you can separate
Yeah.
that out. And
Okay.
you wouldn't have to have a quote for that, but, for the other 2 projects, I don't know what those total or not, or what they entail, but to be, compliant with your purchasing policy, you would need to solicit quotes. You may not get anybody else.
So what's the specific,
So the flange would be like an
Failure.
emergency.
If they treat.
the flange?
It is an emergency.
It is.
Yeah, we've got a well down, we need to get this fixed.
So you could accept the quote. with
So that's the 78.95 plus partial labor, which he's saying is gonna be less if we do both. I would say, I mean, we gotta do this, my opinion, we gotta get started. Let's get the flange started and get other quotes if we can. I don't know, are we required to wait any certain amount of time to get a quote? Just make some phone calls and give them a day or two?
Sure, I mean, I don't know that you need to give them a reasonable time. If they say they can't get it to you in 2 days, then you should
Okay.
eliminate them. because-
Sure, okay.
Because the others don't they sound important, but not as urgent.
Not required, right.
So normally a week to 10 days is a normal time frame.
So I just have a question, because I don't see it. So if we do the new one instead of doing the reused one and just fixing the little things on it, is there like a warranty on it if one of the parts is defective? Is there
Which one you talking about, hun?
the
Got 1, 2, or 3?
one? The one that's an emergency, the other 2 we have.
Okay,
with
actually, I'm looking
quote.
at this. I didn't really look through this, sorry. When you look through this, the third page is actually a flange repair for 3,400, if I read that right.
That's what I was
That's,
saying. These
that's
are
a,
individual
that,
things.
that one
That's the
is,
emergency.
Yeah, that looks like the emergency, not the one I was talking about, which is 8,000.
okay, sorry.
But that says Class D flanges. But it says new 6-inch meter, so that's separate.
Was the first one.
I didn't pay attention to that. I was just stapling them together so you had them. Sorry.
So the page 3 says flange repair on well 1.
Yes, that's the one, that's the
3,400
one
and-
that is critical.
Plus $250 material
That's
included.
That's
Was there,
3.
was there a lead time on that?
That one doesn't say lead time.
No, he said that one would be able to be completed right away.
Okay, that's what we need to get done.
Yes,
Let's get, so the rest of this, I need a little more explanation about why it's coming up.
yeah.
You know, is this like critical that we do this? I mean, if the flange gets fixed and the well runs, is something else gonna fail now, or is it just convenient to give us?
I know one of them is
Another
the
quote?
flow meter on well 2. He said that one is kind of it's to be able to get to the existing meter. But he did say I'm just going off of what he said to me. This one is kind of a situation of getting this repaired, because if this were to go down before we get well
Yeah,
one
then we're out
fixed,
of
then
water.
we're without a well.
Yeah.
So
you gotta
it's
get
kind
the-
of one of those, you got, yeah. But Brandon's happy to come, so if you guys want, we can just do the critical one, and then he can come better explain
Yeah, I
what the
think that
other
would be
two
good.
are.
Any
Um,
way you could
critical.
put him on the monthly
Oh,
meeting for
absolutely.
next
He-
month?
Yes, he offered to come, so.
And
so
let's see if we
just
need
ask
a
him to do
meeting
that.
before that meeting. I don't know
Yeah.
if we will,
Yes.
but maybe
But
we will.
he explains it pretty well, because he said that the valve
Yeah, he covered it here in
actuator-
the email, right? Yeah.
Right, and it's not critical, but if it does go out completely, we won't be able to backwash the filters.
Yeah, that's not good.
And you have to backwash.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You
then,
know, they have your social
Okay.
media
But
people complaining about.
So
the
as
water.
Greg reminded us, we need a quote for anything that's not an emergency. So we've got a quote for the emergency, which is the $3,400 plus $250. I propose that we do that $3,650, get our immediate, and then let's get quotes for the other items, and then we can make a decision.
I make a motion to approve the
Flanger.
Lane, the quote from Lane on the flange repair on well 1 for the $3,650 as an emergency.
Second.
And we have a motion and a second to repair the flange as an emergency fix. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. And you'll get the quotes to us so we can make the further decisions.
That was all I had for you guys.
Okay, I have one more item. In discussion with the team, I wanted to make sure that we were covered under our water operator, and found out, which I kind of knew already, that Jeff Lane has been backing us up for years and not really charging us anything for the most part. It was just kind of a fill-in for a day or whatever, or a week while Randy was out. But I called him and I said, hey, we don't know, I don't know how long we're gonna need
I just
somebody.
got found out today.
Okay.
We're looking at probably the end of March, mid-April before he'll be able to be back.
Okay,
So we're looking
Okay.
at several months.
so, and because of that, I wanted to, and I think we need to formalize Jeff Lane as the person that's gonna be our operator while Randy's out. He only wants $800 a month to do that. And so,
Can you describe exactly what operator, what those duties are? Or-
no,
That's
what Randy does.
ID and paperwork.
he's responsible, right?
Thing is, he signs off on your.
That's the thing, that's the main thing. He
Okay.
has to sign off.
Okay,
But, I mean. there
'Cause I
are
didn't
other-
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's it.
okay,
I mean, that's the key thing.
okay.
So,
But if there's other emergencies,
And
or, I
that's
mean,
because he has.
we should get him involved in some of that, and he probably has been,
Right.
since he's been.
Yes, he's been
involved
so it's
in
kind
looking
of
at
always,
some of that
him and
stuff.
Randy have kind of always assisted each
Collaborated,
other.
right.
When it's just like Randy's on vacation for a week, because you have to
Right.
have a water operator every day go in.
Right.
So, but now when it's an extended period like this, it's a little different of a situation.
so Greg,
Okay.
Do we need to take bids on this?
Yeah.
Because there's
No,
other,
it's a professional service. So
We don't have bids, yeah.
okay, that's what
I mean, there's Jamie Turpin.
Yeah, I mean, I thought of
Cody
Jamie.
Terry.
if you want, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
And moving forward, anybody in town that we can send to go get this water license, because this is just a Band-Aid fix. This is something I brought up several months ago.
Well, we have Doug in the
Yeah,
apprenticeship
Doug's
program.
in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he's in the program.
Yeah,
That's
he's
why
in the
we did that.
program.
okay. Just,
Yeah, it's a hard.
It's a
right?
very difficult
I understand that, but
So I've already talked a long time ago to Jamie Turpin. He's willing to fill in. Obviously, we've got Jeff Lane. I actually would, once we get going with the new engineering company, particularly as we do larger projects, I'll just mention since it came up, I've already talked to Jeff Lane. I would like to see us hire our own kind of project manager for those major projects, and he's already done that kind of work and is willing to talk to us about doing that. It's in the future, so we'll see. Would somebody make a motion, if possible, for hiring Jeff Lane as our water operator while Randy's not able to work?
I'll make that motion.
is he covered under our insurance when he's on our clock? if he gets hurt on our time, what,
Liability insurance.
yep,
you mean,
what,
covered?
what
Yeah,
happens?
we will add him.
He's a
We hire
contract employee, isn't he? Yeah, so the
Okay.
answer is
Not covered by
No,
our
not by
workers'
independent
comp, right?
Right.
Okay.
Do we have a second? I didn't hear.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion, a second, to hire Jeff Lane as our temporary operator while Randy's out. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. I'll forward this email to you. It's $800 a month. But
Okay,
okay. Anything else on works?
that's it.
Thank you, and very much appreciate your preparations. Yep. All right, new business, 2026 IMPA maintenance and materials rates.
We have received, we had our quarterly, yearly report with, sorry, with IMPA last week. And they did give the actual rates, and the material rates, and the cost for the upcoming year for 2026. And for 2026, we have currently electric meters, we have 1,723 meters. And the charge for maintenance would be $185 per meter. Materials would be $25 per meter. And then we also, they note in there, we also have a credit for meter reading connects for $20 a meter. They threw that in there too, they mentioned. But a total charge per meter would be $190 a meter for 2026. So there was a $5 increase from last year. Normally it's $185. This year it would be $190 for 2026 with a $5 increase. So those are the rates. Normally we just, they present that to us and then you would probably entertain a motion to accept that.
So do you remember, do you know what we get for this price? What do they do for this?
I mean.
Because we have a dedicated services.
Yeah.
We pay them for all the work that they do. I'm not sure what they do for this. What?
You have a contract with them.
Right. I'm just saying, what else, what does this cover in terms of? Okay,
I mean,
all right.
Mike Adams, the engineer, he usually does, he could probably explain that a lot better than I
Oh, I'm
could.
sure he could.
I mean, he would go into that, as far contractually at least.
Bart, you could probably just email him and say, can you summarize?
Just summarize, so we know what we're
Okay.
paying for. I think I've asked it in the past too, so I just don't remember, so.
Okay.
We need a motion to approve this, is that right?
Do we want to approve
we
it
wanna wait
without
till you
knowing
get the information?
contractually what we're getting?
I'm okay with it. I mean, it's, I
Either
don't
way,
think
I
it's,
think we have to
it's
do
not
it.
an optional fee.
Yeah.
Unless, yeah. We have a contract, they're really just letting us know, I think, so.
And the thing with
I mean,
the.
we have a long-term contract with them, so.
Right, like Roger brought up a good point about dedicated services. I mean, it always kind of astounded me that that's, and we've discussed this before, that's our money. I mean, it actually is money that cumulatively we've built up, and then we have that in that fund, but we can only use that for certain purposes, you know. If there was a tornado to come through Knightstown, you know, we would need to keep that around. I look at the dollar amount, like I've discussed with IMPA guys before, like Mike Adams and I had a discussion. I said, well, there's a dollar amount in this fund. He said, yeah, but you can only use that for certain things.
Okay, now you're triggering my memory. So this is
Yeah.
not just a fee. This is
It's
building up the dollars
cumulative
into the
fund.
dedicated services
Right,
fund.
I
Thank
believe
you.
so, yeah.
That's what I needed. That's all I needed.
Per meter, yeah.
So this is the funds, these are the funds that get used for dedicated services.
Yeah, partially. I'm not sure if it's fully, but I know at least partially, yes. And he had, yeah, so.
All right. Do we have a motion?
I will make a motion to approve the IMPA charge for 2026 of the $190 a meter.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Resolution for multi-hazard mitigation. Gentleman at the county has sent this to us. We're, I think, the only town that has not approved it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is resolution 121825, a resolution of the town council of the town of Knightstown, Indiana, adopting the Henry County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan, MHMP.
All right. Any questions or discussion? Okay, all in favor of the ordinance, or the resolution? I'm sorry, I need a motion, sorry.
I'll make
Thank
the
you.
motion.
We'll start where we need to here.
I'll make the motion to accept resolution number 121825, multi-hazard mitigation adoption plan.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Bruce was the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. All right, 2026 salary ordinance. I will make the comment that I requested an adjustment. We discussed this last month, which we didn't cover it. There were no changes made. I personally am not prepared to vote for a new salary ordinance that's in the form that it's in tonight. I'm willing to hear other discussion, but that's my take.
So my take on it is at our last meeting, this was kind of touched on. It's due when? Tomorrow?
Technically by December 31st.
Okay. I thought it was due by December 19th. We've had a month to look over it. We've had a month to ask questions. We've had a month to ask for changes, and it hasn't been done.
I did request changes. It was very late, I agree, but I did ask for changes.
Right. Today.
Yep. I would propose
8 hours.
a 3% raise across the board. Knightstown does not have a massive budget. We already know that over the next few years, that Knightstown is likely going to be underwater on a budget, and so adding to the costs to run Knightstown are going to be very difficult. It's my experience and understanding from a business perspective, there's not a lot of big raises going on out in business and industry. Our business is giving some people as little as 2%. Just be aware that the economy's not fully back, and with the tax situation that's happening at the state level, budgets are dropping, and they're gonna massively drop after this next year. So, once you provide large raises, those stay in place over the long term. And, some of the raises I saw in there are as high as 10%. And that's just not happening right now for most companies, most people in town. You can probably go around town, you probably talk to anybody, people are not getting significant raises. So that's my take. I'm open to other comments.
So I also want to just add in case anybody asked questions. I asked. I did find out, and I'm sure maybe the girls can back me up on this, that the clerk treasurer position has not had a raise in 22 years.
Mhm.
So that might look like a lot, but there hasn't been a raise in 22 years.
I'll comment that, this doesn't involve basically the police, correct?
The police are on there, police are on there too.
But I mean,
Right, Kevin, I think that's a good point, real quick, not to interrupt you.
No,
So-
go ahead.
But real quick, I will say the police, there was a different situation this year because earlier in the year in February, we had the PS Lowett money that was
Right.
coming in, which everybody remembers. So we amended the 2025 salary ordinance, the meeting we went out to the schools. So that was already done for the police.
right.
And that was a very large raise that was done, which was very much needed, but it was done at that time earlier in the year. So they pretty much, and Landon and I have already discussed this, Chief Dean and I, about that they were given a 3% this time because they'd already gotten 20-some% back in February.
Right.
So I implemented a 3% raise for the police, everybody in the police department for this. Everybody else, the good thing about everybody else is that one good thing is that Knightstown still owns all three of our utilities. We can always divide everybody. Some we can divide by 5, but with the payroll allocations, as Roxanne can tell you, we can always look at dividing people by at least 4. Everybody except Larry Lovell at the park, and then he's only under the park, and then the police are only under the actual general fund ledger. So, but everybody else we can always look at dividing between utilities because they do jobs and tasks of each other's, within those, like at the cemetery, Elvis used to read meters, and they read meters in water and electric. They help out with those tasks. Therefore, we can always divide them between those utilities. So that's very much. And then also, when we did the budget this year, which I was in the hospital part of that time, Roxanna was a huge help. But when we look in it, the partial part about I did up Riverboat a little bit, the Riverboat fund. I increased that a little bit, and I increased the PS Lowett money to 88,000. But which it will be coming in every month, the same dollar amount that's deposited. She said, Kelly looked it up for me at the auditor's office in Henry County, and that will definitely sustain all the way to 2026. Everything she saw was into 2027, so we know we're good at least there. We can't help it if something would come down from the state, in the next year or two, but as of right now, at least for the next year, every month we'll be getting those same deposits for PS Lowett. There is a little caveat. If you look on the salary ordinance that talks about PS Lowett, we can always look at that if we need to readjust that, since that was a large raise, but everybody's aware of that. We remember that. So we do have that as a backup. But yeah, everybody else was basically, we looked at a 10% raise. I talked with the department heads. I talked with staff members. Some people even came to me as far as, the fact that we could divide between the utilities as far as the raise that we implemented this time. So that's kind of where we looked at as far as, the 10%. One more point I kind of wanted to make was just out of curiosity, I looked at the 100R because that's a report I have to do to the State Board of Accounts every year. And that is a salary report, and it goes through all the employees for each year. So, I looked at the one in 2015, I looked at 2016, and then I looked at 2024, which was the one I did last year, and there were, it includes all full-time and all part-time. But from 2016, and then I looked at 2024, and we were 9 employees on full-time, we were 9 employees more on the full-time, that we've lost, that those salaries aren't being paid. The 4 electricians in the electric department, Brian Lane's position in the street department, and then, the dispatch, the 3 full-time dispatch, which that's great, but those salaries are still baked back in.
But the electricians,
the dispatch,
the electricians are now being paid out to IMPA and more. I mean, we have very little electric money. When you're talking about dividing by 4, there's really no electric money available.
What I'm saying, though, also the dispatch were technically, they were only out of the general fund as well. They were in that same pot with the police where they could only come out of the general fund. So that was 3 full-time positions right there that were, we were having to pay, and we were having to pay out health insurance and
I will also
Burf and
throw in
everything
that
else.
we already take 30% out of everybody but 3 position out of the electric now. That's been that way. If you look at your
We're still
allocation-
taking money allocation out of the electric fund?
Yes, sir. It's right there.
'Cause
It's
we're
printed
doing
for
the
you.
billing, so that part
Yes,
of it was covered.
the
I
only,
understand.
there's only 3 positions that get
cannot.
more than
Right.
the 15% out of general. Everything else for the majority of the town employees, like he said, with the exception of police, comes out of your 3 utilities versus coming out of your actual general budget.
Yeah. And
So
and
we're
Larry.
proposing a 35% raise for the clerk treasurer? Is that what we're saying?
I mean,
Well, it
that's
hasn't
more
had
of
a
a,
raise in
I understand that. I
Okay,
understand.
so
It's a
then-
different kind of position than the
It is,
full-time
and-
positions. It's not. And I don't know
that's,
what other towns are paying, but they're not typically paid like a full-time job.
Middletown clerk treasurer is at 35 and Cambridge City is at 72.
72.
Ingalls is at 60.
Okay.
I know
I
that
only know because we did it.
I know that the building inspector, Ben, that his raise was, when was that? I mean, the big raise he got. of
That was in
last year.
2000, that was in 2022.
And that was a significant
Yes,
raise.
that
because
was,
he was-
right.
Well, he's
Correct.
spending more than full-time doing that job.
Yeah, so.
We got a
Originally,
situation
that
where
job
we
only paid $10,000.
we
Right.
probably would have lost a building inspector.
So there
yeah,
was a reason for that
Yeah.
particular raise.
Yeah.
so,
Kind of equals the
right.
clerk treasurer deal. I say if we wanna retain and attract employees, that's why we just tried to fill 2 positions and can't fill one, cause the money's not there.
Also,
What's our average pay for an employee that's working for the utilities?
So
What's the
your
starting
your
pay?
tech ones right
18,
now this
20?
year in the salary ordinance, your tech ones right now make $21.92 an hour. Usually, we start them. Most of them we do start in the tech 1. But I know like Isaac, we started him more as a tech 2 and started him at 20 an hour just to kind of give him room to, once he's trained, move up, what have you.
This would take them up to 24, she's right, and then this would take them up
Yeah.
to 2410 for a Tech 1.
So that's about the average starting with the utilities. I will just let you guys know, my son works for the town of Fortville, and I know they're a little bit bigger than us. He's streets department, and they just got a raise to 29 something an hour. So unfortunately, I agree with Bruce. That's why we're having a hard time with finding somebody for the wastewater plant. We're not offering the money somebody wants.
Money and the benefits, because the insurance is not cheap.
But it's not cheap anywhere.
I know we've discussed
No, it's not.
insurance in the past, but just briefly, how does our insurance plans compare to other towns? Because ours is not great as far as what they have to put into it, correct?
It's not bad for the employee. It's where
Yeah,
the family
it's-
is where it
yeah,
gets
the
bad.
employee
Which is
rate-
Family.
It's very normal
Or
Yes,
plus
in
five.
exactly.
businesses to not pay for a significant.
Yeah, I will tell you.
I mean, it used to be companies paid for families and
Right.
covered a lot of that.
Yeah, my son
It's just
again
not
works.
done
My son works for Fortville, and he doesn't have a family, but he showed me his plan because, of course, he's young, so he had me go over it with him. But he got his paid for like we do here, but their families aren't covered there either. You know,
think it's
unfortunately, to
like-
cover families costs municipalities a lot of money. So
If I added just my wife, it would be 500, and if it was a family, it's probably 800 to 1,000 a month.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the way it is everywhere. Yeah.
And with the state, my husband works at the state still, he has to pay $75 a pay period for me to stay on his insurance now.
Okay, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah,
That's a great rate.
Yeah,
That's a good rate.
It didn't used to be that way.
Right.
Yeah, really.
So I guess my question is, come this time in 2026 next year, are we gonna have the same question for 2027 where we need another pay raise? And not trying to be that guy, but
Well, that's when you start
the
having.
money
a
is
lot
is
less money
going
in
to
the
run
fund.
out.
Right, yeah. That's my concern, is that it's one thing to give a raise or two over the few years, and we gave big raises a few years ago to everyone, and then we gave obviously large raises to the police department. But, and what, I think the projection was, what was it, 3 years, and all of a sudden, the budget's $100,000 short. So, things, it's gonna get tougher. I personally probably won't be here to deal with it, but it's, you guys are gonna have a lot to deal with eventually. And so my take is, I mean, inflation is, what do they say, 2.7% now.
It could be.
That came out this morning, CPI. Excuse me?
Not for the.
That was for a month. You're right. You're right. So for the year was
Still
that?
above 3.
Yeah, okay, around 3%. So, I don't know. I still stand by my comments. I think that industry is not giving big raises this year. So I'm open to what everybody else has to say, but.
So if you want to do the new numbers at like 3%, and then maybe like, I don't know, a middle range, are we all willing to meet during Christmas week to get this figured out, since it's due literally in?
Well, if it's some percent across the
yeah.
board, I
13
would think
days.
we can vote on that percent, and he can go adjust the numbers.
You still have to pass a revised ordinance.
Right.
Yes.
So
So
do
you
we have to
have
have a
to
fully
do that.
printed ordinance before?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say it's 3% or 5% or something?
You're gonna sign it.
I mean, there's a lot.
Right.
There is a lot to it.
Sign it once it's printed. I mean, if they print it, everybody can go in and sign it. Okay,
Prove it.
that's fine. I'm fine with the meeting, but,
I mean, it takes 5 minutes.
sure,
Once you've seen it,
right.
but yes, you do need to do that.
I'll make a motion, we approve this salary ordinance.
Okay, so first question, sorry, Bruce, but did we read this last month?
We tried and.
No, we
it-
didn't. We didn't read it.
So let me read it by title only on first reading, Bruce, if you
Yeah.
have any copies. And then
And it would be, it'd be,
minutes are correct.
sorry,
I
yeah.
didn't think we did, but I went
Right.
and we talked about that. So this is salary ordinance 121825 on first reading, wage and salary ordinance for employees of town of Knightstown for the year 2026. Now,
I'll make a motion, we approve ordinance
121825.
181825.
1218.
121825.
I'll second that motion.
All right, any
Have a
discussion?
roll call.
Yeah, we'll have to have a roll call, but
I think that's, yes.
Wouldn't this be ordinance A, since we had the other ordinance?
It was a resolution. The
That
other
was a
one
resolution.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Question though, keep us straight, no problem.
Okay. Sorry, just thinking of it. Okay. Roger Hammer,
Nay.
Bruce Brown,
Yes.
Kevin Ritchie,
Yes.
Jeffrey Vanoy,
Nay.
Desiree Payton,
The word.
Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay.
Sorry,
Say
I,
yay.
I need some words.
Yes or no?
You get two choices.
I drew a blank. I'm sorry. I was like, I
All right.
don't know
You
what
said,
words are.
you said yay?
Yay,
Yes?
she said yes.
All right, motion passes.
Now,
That's on first reading, right?
it's on first reading, so if you don't wanna have a meeting yet at this year, then you need a motion to suspend the rules. And by the way, that has to be unanimously passed in order for you to
That's true.
consider that tonight. So I don't know if there's somebody who wants to make that motion or not, or you wanna have another, whichever is up to you.
Well, I don't wanna have another meeting. I'm about meeting out, especially when you show up for a meeting and nobody's here.
Here, yeah.
So are you making
I
a
mean-
motion to suspend the rules?
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion to suspend the rules and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Oh,
Well,
you need a roll call, is that what you want?
Oh, yeah.
just
roll
in
call.
anticipation, there might be a nay vote, so
Yeah.
we do need to have a.
Okay. Roger Hammer. This is on to suspend the rules.
Just to suspend the rules.
Okay.
Come back to me. I gotta think about this a minute.
Bruce Brown,
Yes.
Kevin Ritchie,
Yes.
Jeffrey Vanoy,
Come back to me also.
He didn't want
It's gonna be soon.
Desiree Payton.
Are we just suspending rules here?
That's all we're doing, suspending rules.
So,
But
yeah,
if we suspend the
I say
rules,
yes.
we're gonna vote to pass. That's the thing, so.
But if
If
anybody,
we really wanna stop it, but we're still gonna come back to another meeting, you guys are gonna vote however. I'll vote yay.
you gotta get Jeff's vote.
We
Yeah.
still need to-
I don't have
Yeah.
to get Jeff's
Yeah.
vote. Somebody else has to get Jeff's vote.
Okay, so now this is ordinance 125, passage, wages and salaries for 2026. So you just need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. I think we need another roll call.
Roger Hammer,
Nay.
Bruce Brown,
Yes.
Kevin Ritchie,
Yes.
Jeffrey Vanoy,
Nay.
Desiree Payton.
Yay.
All right, motion passes. All right, library board appointments. Remind me, do we have more than one position open, or we have one? We only have one? Ah, I was hoping we had two.
Well,
Yeah, I
there-
know, that's what I'm saying.
Well, one of the people in that letter got picked up by the school board.
Oh.
So we only have one.
Who's that?
Who was that?
Alice Bergman got picked up by the school board.
Oh.
What does that mean, picked up? By
The school board took her as their appointed position.
Was that just,
Their liaison.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, so she
Yes.
can't be
Was that-
ours, is that what you're saying?
was
Yeah,
that,
because last
Okay,
month.
I didn't know that.
Last month, we had other interests, that's why we opened this up. But the school board ended up taking her in their meeting,
Okay,
so
and was
there's
that
only,
was last night, right?
that was last night.
Because, yeah,
Or,
'cause
2 nights ago.
Linda had
was earlier.
sent that,
Yep.
her reference.
So
before
Megan's
that.
the
Okay.
one we have.
Only one we have.
so
Yeah.
we have Megan Haynes, proposed. Justin,
You need a motion to approve.
we need a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion, we approve Megan Haynes for our library liaison.
I will second that.
We got it.
Okay.
All right, we have a motion
right.
and a second. It's a race to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And Works Manager discussion. So, did you have a plan, or you want me to just take it? Okay, so, this is not new news, so we talked quite a while ago. In fact, I had asked Randy a couple of times when he was gonna open a position, because we had discussed, and he's made it very clear that in a few years, he'll be retiring. I think it's actually maybe less than 2 years now. and with him obviously being out, it makes it more important. We need to hire someone that we're, from my perspective at least, that we're comfortable taking over as the works manager when Randy's retiring. So my take on that is that, you know, we hired Randy because at the time, we thought he would be a good works manager in addition to being our water operator. That in no way is a requirement that we have a works manager that is an operator. We, in the past, I'm not sure anybody has been a works manager that was an operator that I'm aware of, at least in the last 20 or 30 years prior to Randy. So my point would be, I think we need to get a job opened. Greg, actually, it was in an email, so Greg had mentioned that, yeah, we need to probably work with our HR folks to get a standard proposal for that. Job description. I have some very specific ideas about it because I think I'd like to see this person be a little broader than just the works manager.
I agree.
Anyway, I think we need to get that started. I don't know that we need a motion to do this, but I would like to get it.
The only reason I think you do is
Okay.
because you're gonna hire HR consultants, Focus or New Focus or whatever the name of your HR group is. You're gonna hire them to
Okay.
prepare that.
I thought we had him on retainer or something, no?
We do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we got him on retainer,
they
but
need
okay.
to- they need
We're
to
gonna pay money, so, okay, that's fine.
Will this involve, are we talking about anyone interim in his role for now, or is this?
That's a
event-
separate topic I think we need to
Okay.
discuss, but
Okay,
yeah, I just brought
Okay.
this topic up first and then we can address that.
I got you.
So all you need is a motion to authorize Roxanne or Bart to contact your HR consultant to prepare a public
Job
works
description,
manager
yeah.
job description.
New Focus.
New Focus, thank you.
I'll make that motion. Thank you. We have motions or second?
I will second it.
I do have a question,
Okay, go
though.
ahead.
When you propose, or when you ask the HR department to do that, under what, I mean, how are they coming up with this?
We'll get our
There's
input.
standard.
Don't worry, we'll get our
standard
input.
criteria
I-
that you gotta
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Right.
So they'll cover us legally for the different areas that need to be covered. They'll probably have examples of things they've done for other towns, which will give us a broad perspective on that position.
And then we'll go
And then
back
we'll go
into
in
it.
and adjust.
Okay, I
and
just
add
want to make
anything we
sure
want.
that was clear.
Yeah, that was my take too. All right.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, thanks. Motion carries. So the other thing is, now I heard, you know, everybody's pulling together and everybody's doing extra work, but I do think we need somebody to be responsible. And I would propose two somebodies. I think actually Doug and Elvis have stepped up and done a nice job already, which I was unaware of. Let me just make a quick comment. I didn't know Randy was out for almost, or maybe a little over a week. I was a little surprised by that, so I would hope in the future that when something like this happens and our works manager or somebody that's at a management level especially, that we get some notification pretty quickly. Now, if I missed an email, I apologize, I may have, but,
You did not. I
Okay.
actually had it on the agenda to discuss at that December 4th meeting we were going to
Oh,
have.
okay.
Because we had found out the day before.
oh, really?
And so we
Okay.
we'd put it on there, and
All
then
right.
that meeting didn't end up happening, and I apologize. It slipped my mind
Okay.
with the audit we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
racing through, so.
Okay, thank you. So during this time when Randy's out and we're obviously gonna have, you know, we need to be able to have higher expectations of whoever's leading. I think they probably need a little bit of money to, you know, and also our blessing on our agreement that that's the position that they're taking on while Randy's out. Could you help us with what these guys make now? I wasn't looking at it.
Doug, they're both Tech ones.
Yeah, okay.
But if they were to, if they were to put in.
Well,
Elvis
because
is at-
Doug is under the water apprenticeship program, so he is.
he had to be a little higher, right? They required a certain salary.
But
there.
Elvis being at the cemetery, which is.
I actually think he and Elvis are about the same with Elvis's
Yes,
new
I remember
increase.
that
So
now. Oh,
I
okay.
think they're about the same.
24 or something you said?
20, like 22 to 23 right now?
Right around
Okay.
22. I think it's
Yeah.
2192. I think it was. Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, Elvis got put to 2250 with his.
2250,
with his
and then
bump
that,
to,
yeah. He went to
superintendent.
cemetery.
Okay.
And then I think Doug is slightly more than him, so maybe he's 23.
So with the raise, is that still the value?
With the raise, it would put him at 24.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah, okay. Okay.
So are you
So
saying an
I'm
hourly
saying,
rate or a
I'm saying
weekly?
I would propose an extra $1 an hour. I know it's not a lot, but it's something at least to give them, you know, a nod that says thank you. You know, it's $160 a month.
Roger?
There's a reason I sit in the corner.
Okay.
Because I'm the troublemaker.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna have to create a line item in your salary.
Oh, okay. We gotta
Interim,
adjust the salary.
You know, public
Yeah,
works
right,
managers,
yeah,
you're
it
gonna
does
have to
complicate
state that
things.
It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, and it would be nice if you did it before the end of the year, but you can do it your first meeting and
Sure.
make it retroactive to January 1.
Okay.
But I just wanted to alert Bart that he's gonna need to.
Good point.
amend,
'Cause we do every other
change
time.
The salary ordinance to put interim co-public works managers and an hourly rate, so then they will be at that rate. If you decide to go ahead and do that.
While you're doing that, we don't actually have a works manager salary, do we?
Yeah. It's the number
Yeah,
one.
he just got a big one.
I thought it was split up though from, is it, so there's like an adder on there. It's not, is it just works manager? That's what I was trying to
Just
decide.
works manager, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. But then there's okay. All right, no, that's good.
So we can kind of plan maybe doing that in January, maybe, or.
Yes, please.
Do it in January.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely for sure.
Make these
Yep.
guys interim co-public.
All right.
Can we tell them that's their title now
You need to
without?
make a motion to do that, and then you can tell them that.
Okay, I didn't know if we had to put it in the salary before we.
No, you can tell them.
We can make them that without giving them a salary increase and then make the salary increase and make it retroactive.
That's
So,
what I was
okay.
So,
Or whatever.
So tomorrow they can be.
but the proposal is both of them or one of them?
I'm proposing both of them
And
to
then,
make them
okay, and
works
that's
managers
fine,
to-
but how do they, I mean,
They'll have to work.
they'll work it out. They're doing a good job now.
They are, they've been doing a
So-
great
Yeah.
job.
okay.
They've been kind of working really well together. Of course, you know, there's a little bit of butting heads, but like I told both of them. grow
That's
up,
not a bad
figure it
thing,
out.
right? Yep. Yep.
So-
Happens in our office too. I know you wouldn't believe it, but.
They can settle by arm wrestling.
So can you explain so that the public knows, and I'm more clear, what additional roles will they be filling as in Randy's job? I mean, what
Well,
will
that's a
that,
good question. Is that,
So-
what will that entail
they're
for
gonna
them?
tell, right?
So that should be directing others in particularly where we have, I mean, mostly these people have regular jobs. They don't need a lot of somebody to tell them what to do day to day until we have a water line break or a sewer problem and we've got to go get a contractor. We've got to oversee that contractor. Snow removal, which, you know, and okay, who's going to work when and who's going to cover the hours and who's going to call the contractor if we need them. So they're going to step up and manage.
What if there's a butting heads between these two people now? Who is the one ultimately making the decision?
So now you're saying, should we only have one or two?
I mean,
Okay.
who's ultimately making the decision?
What is the, I mean, they're both
Because not
great
saying that
guys.
could happen. It could
Yeah,
happen.
I mean, it's a
but-
co thing. It's
Why-
got to be, it's got to
Why
be
is
something they can
it
address together.
necessary to
Yeah.
have a code thing? I don't know.
So if one's off for a week,
Okay.
It makes it easier, I think.
Or,
during the
and
time
to
that
be
we
honest
don't-
with you, because sometimes, like right now, especially around the holidays, as bad as I hate to say it, Elvis gets really, really busy at the cemetery. You know.
Here's
so
my
he's-
take.
he's
These guys
not,
aren't used to doing
You
this.
know,
And
yeah.
if you have two people talking about what needs done, you got a chance that you cover the topics better,
And
right?
there's
Because you've
like-
got two people. Obviously, you have a chance that they disagree. If they do, then they're gonna have to come
Do
to
they
somebody,
work well
call me,
together?
whatever, and get
well,
an
and
agreement.
that's what I was just getting ready to say, Roger. I've had several conversations with several different employees, and if anybody has an issue, I would be willing to be the mediator and.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
just-
because
gotta
just
get a
like,
good decision.
just like the deal on the well,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have just been finding out about this tonight. Somebody.
Yeah, well, I found out about it yesterday, and I was saying, we gotta
Well,
get this done. Why can't
Roxanna
this be
told
an
me
emergency?
that Brandon came in and saw her, and it's like,
So,
thank God Brandon came in, otherwise, you know, somebody's not.
That's my only.
yeah, we
somebody
should have
stepped
found out
up
the
and
day
said,
it
"Hey,
happened,
That's
right?
my only.
Is
The
this
well's
issue-
down, what are we gonna do?
Well,
Let's get it fixed.
and
Yep.
in the past, there was an issue which we've already resolved, but in the cemetery a few months ago, that we were unaware of until it was fixed. So my concern is that, and this isn't, because I don't know the gentlemen well enough, I know they're great guys and they do good jobs, but is it going to add to the problem if they're having to be equal on this supervisory role? Do they feel free to come in and let you know and let us know if there's issues?
They've been
That's
doing
what
it.
I'm asking.
They've been doing it since
They come in
Randy's been
every
off,
day.
yeah.
Okay.
And just like with the snow removal, it was really Doug's idea. He brought it in, but he also talked to Elvis about it. That's why I said Elvis actually is the one that reached out to Jacob, you know, because Elvis, you know, knew of somebody. So, you know, we all three kind of worked together to get the quotes. So, yes, they are really doing that, you know, kind of thing. I think where Roger's looking at it, and kind of from my perspective too, is Doug really handles a lot of the water side anyway, because he is that water apprentice. He's been the one that's been with Randy on all of that. So Doug really steps in and handles a lot of the water side.
Right.
They both kind of help Lexi with sewer. Obviously, Rick does too. You know, Rick was your sewer manager for
Right.
years. And then Elvis kind of really handles what's happening with the cemetery.
Sure.
He will consult Doug and what have you, but for the most part, he understands the cemetery and stuff. So I think that's kind of where it helps without overloading one person.
Right. And Doug's in the middle of his apprentice or his internship or
Yeah,
what is
his
it?
apprenticeship, yes.
And does that take, how much time does that take up?
Well, he's
for him?
actually almost finished with classes now.
Oh,
So
great.
he's coming to the end of that.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, and I told Roxanna the other day, I said, if it's allowed, I'll come in and plow. I've ran the trucks, I've worked for the town.
You're
But like
hired.
Katie said, you're not
You're
on
on the
the,
insurance, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know the insurance.
but I've never, was it you told me?
Yes, but you don't have to tell Ray I brought it up.
Well, that was kind of a pat on the back, but
Oh, thanks, Bruce.
You were on there, I think I remember seeing your name on the driver list.
You were covering us.
For the insurance.
Okay, so we need a motion or a change in ideas. Tell us what you want.
I think
I
that,
mean, I hear a problem or concern about having two people. I'm not concerned about it because
Well-
I've understood how it's going and I talked to both of them.
Okay.
And so I got a confidence by doing that. I understand your concern.
yeah, because we all need to know what we're
Right.
we've
voting
gotta be,
on.
we've gotta be informed. I mean, I don't think there's been a utility meeting in 2 months, maybe 3.
Well, yeah, it was scheduled
I
for
mean-
the night of the other one, which I was sick, so.
Yeah,
it got canceled.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as long as things are
And
explained to me.
I definitely
I'm-
have issues we need to talk about. You know, we talk about water meters and stuff. We need to deal with that, so.
So it would be like a motion to temporarily appoint them as works manager.
Co-works manager.
Co-works manager.
I'll make that motion.
And does that motion include the whatever raise we're giving them? or-
Well,
No, that'll be,
that'll have to be with the
That's
salary. on it.
late.
we'll do it next month retroactive.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay, is there a motion or is it a second? I'm sorry.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion, and a second, to make Elvis and Doug co-works managers while Randy is out. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, motion carries. Okay, I'm gonna insert a topic here.
Now I
We
to
have
do
someone
the-
waiting patiently.
Yeah.
Website.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, there was some requests to talk about the website. Jesse came. Well, we're getting food or what? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the sugar's crashing.
So, there's questions. I don't know how you want to
there
go through
questions?
this. Maybe just give us a
I've asked
status.
for, I've asked for questions, I don't really
Give us
got
a
any.
status of where we are with the website right now. What's,
Like what kind of status?
has there
would you
been any
like?
changes in the last?
Well, I have a question. Didn't you say that there's a committee for the website that,
There is.
So Kevin and I were designated at one meeting as the committee. We've never met, frankly. And so
I
can't
looked-
say we're an active committee.
I looked through the minutes and I said I'd be willing to, but I never knew that
It
there was.
wasn't actually voted on or anything?
No.
Okay, I thought we.
I looked at the minutes. I couldn't find that would happen, but there was definitely a conversation.
Yeah, there was
and we definitely had
conversation.
meetings, or we had one.
I think we
meeting.
just said we would. We didn't really. Okay.
But yeah, I'm here to answer questions. I don't think this is the appropriate forum to do it, but I'm here to do it, and would love
Well,
to
do-
know what you want.
My question is, and I don't know who I was talking to, and I, not to put Michaela on the spot, but I think she said she would do it, but she didn't have authorization. She couldn't get in there or something.
So we hired Jesse to manage our website.
Yeah.
And he's willing, as I understand,
I
based
am.
on that, we talked early on, to make changes in that website over time. I think we probably maybe haven't paid for some big renovation.
Yeah, no, I think the bigger problem is
We need the information.
yeah,
that needs-
there's a lack of communication from everyone. I don't even.
You don't
I feel
have to
like
lean down
I
there.
can't hear it. I know. I know. It's weird. I keep trying to think I'm going to hear myself. So anyway, there's just a lack of communication. It's not like one person's fault, right? This is the problem we have because we don't have a ton of people helping to run this whole town and everything, right? So you have a ton of committees that we have to account for that I've asked originally at the start of the project, I would love to get help to get access to the point person for each committee so that I can extract information. I can't get it, right? As far as the boards are concerned, it's really hard to get the boards, a point person for each board, for me to reach out to them because no one has like a clear-cut way of communication. I've tried to get the fire department on the website for the last 14 months probably, and I can't get anyone to respond to me. I've tried Facebook, I've tried email, I've tried everything. So I don't know what we want to do. Like we can, as long as someone wants to help me find out who to talk to, then that's great. I'll put the information on there. It's not a lack of me wanting to do it. But at some point I can only ask so many questions and then I got to get focused on something else because it's like I'm also helping the town with other things that are way more higher priority arguably, but I don't want the things, I don't want the website to fall in the cracks.
Yeah, we need
you
to
know.
improve it. We need to.
So like the question or the thing from Jeff was, hey, we need the minutes. You're like, yeah, you're right. I need to get the minutes up there. Like and they're there now. So
All I was doing was asking.
No, I know.
Put you on the spot. I wasn't trying to.
no, I know. I'm just trying to like that needed to get done. The minutes, or sorry, the meetings. Again, not every committee or board has regular like meeting days. Like you just said, the utility hasn't met in like 3 months.
No, we do. We have a regular meeting.
Right, I'm just saying they don't,
Yeah.
but so I guess there's a thing that kind of initiated this was like there was a change in schedule or something and it didn't get updated online or something.
Oh, right. That was true, right.
So I'm game to help make this right. I just don't know how to fix it in a way that everyone's going to understand, right? We have a lot of heads, a lot of moving parts.
Jeff always does a really good job. He keeps the minutes like for the RDC. That's
Yeah.
a great example. He does a really good job, and he always emails them to us in plenty of times. So
Yeah.
I apologize. I mean, I could help with that. Like whenever he sends them to us, I can start
Sure.
getting them. I know it's hard to get them, all the minutes on the web page. So
Yeah.
Or don't you send the newspaper in January a list of all the meeting dates for all of the committees?
yes,
That's
yeah,
all-
we
that's
advertise that in the
all.
Courier. Yep.
The point was that we didn't meet and the notice didn't go out when we didn't meet.
There was an alteration of time,
Right.
and so like that changed.
Again, if you have a scheduled meeting and it's published in January and you don't have it, you have to post on the door that the meeting.
Which it is. That was
yeah,
done.
that's-
It wasn't on the website, so that was what people were looking
And
at.
it would be helpful if it's on your website.
It's helpful, but it's not required by law, right?
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah, I've always wanted
because it's a
a,
pain to do this. Like it is.
I've always wanted a
lot of
simple way to be able to update certain elements like that on the website
Yeah.
by kind of anybody that
Right.
it doesn't have to be you or something, right?
Right,
So we
right.
could like, it's not by email, but
Yeah.
a pretty quick, hey, this meeting's canceled or something.
Yeah, and we can, I can give Michaela access. I never said no. I always said it's not as easy as just going in and plugging and down.
Yeah, I
some of
think
the
it's
stuff.
not.
Like I'm trying to get that working. So like right now, I know for a fact that like Elvis is over the cemetery. We need to update that page. That isn't just like go in and change a form or update a form. It is, you have to literally go into the editor and like make the changes. And I don't know how comfortable they are with that. That's,
And I think making the change had been the problem. Like you said, it's more getting the information. So we need to provide for you the information. And I'll say again, and unfortunately I haven't taken action, but that front page needs changed really bad. Picture.
well, I was gonna say,
I don't like that picture. I
Jeffrey's
think it's
supposed
a
to get us
great
a photo, I
historical
think.
picture. It's not a front page picture. So if somebody be willing to run a little program for us, I'll say it out loud here, and let's do a contest for the next month and collect pictures from the community for what the new front page picture should be. That'd be
all about it.
great.
Yeah.
Send them into the town and they'll send them to
still
me and I'll
hoping
get a
Jeffrey
group
gets the
together
one
to
from the
decide.
aerial photo from the plane.
Yeah, well,
That's-
one
I
of my
love
3
that kind of
jobs
picture.
calms down a little bit, I'll be able to do that.
So I will be the first one to say that I can go on tonight or tomorrow and post that we're looking for pictures of the town and that we have a contest and get the ball rolling.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
And where will you be posting that, Desiree? I mean, I know on Facebook, but in what? As a town council person or town of Knightstown or?
I'm gonna do it in all of the ones that I'm allowed to post on,
Okay.
and I will do it as well myself.
Thank
I,
Is that what you're asking?
What
I
hat
think
she's
it
gonna
would
wearing?
be, I think it would be better to be coming from you as part of the town because you'll get more coverage.
Can you post it on the website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can
Let's
do
put
it.
it up there too.
And
just because
Michaela-
that's where it's gonna go.
Is Michaela doing the Facebook? So she could post it there as well,
Okay.
or Desiree could give it to her or whatever.
So I'm gonna propose to kind of hopefully wrap this discussion up is that we need a meeting
Yeah, I would love that.
with
Well, I'd
anybody interested here to go over the website. We've talked about that for quite a while, never got it done.
Yeah.
And now I will say, if you've ever been in one of those meetings, you gotta come with the information up front. You can't try to do it in the meeting because you'll never get anything.
Absolutely.
So review the website, come with information to be able to give, information about what needs to be placed up there and any suggestions or updates that you may have for the website.
I also suggest, because I do know that we need them, that at said meeting, that we come dressed to get our pictures taken.
That's tonight, or was.
What?
That was
It's all
requested.
right.
Okay.
Um,
If you
I'd-
want your picture.
I'd like to add, because I had raised it initially, I have 3 pages of suggestions and questions, but I'm not gonna go over that tonight. But my suggestion is to go ahead and establish at least a temporary committee, or maybe one to get it started, to sit down and get all of these minute details worked out that, fall by the wayside, because I had addressed this months ago, and Jesse very kindly gave me a lot of information back. So, it's not anybody dropping the ball, it's just that, okay, then how we gonna do it? We gotta get it going, and he needs the information. So I'd like to suggest, I don't think it needs to be everybody here, but at least Jesse, I volunteer myself, and I think Michaela would probably be a good one, don't you? And anyone else that wants to, but he doesn't need guidance, he knows what he's doing, but he needs information.
Yeah, I've scraped pretty much all the content from the old website and used what made sense.
That's the one thing, though, and you had addressed it, and I can't remember right now what the reason was, but that old website is still the first one when you Google Knightstown.
I don't think it is anymore.
It was
Isn't it?
It takes
today.
time.
I did, so I
It was today.
emailed them and called them and gotten no response from the company.
Who's they?
From the
So
previous
it's the
company.
previous company that managed that website for us. For whatever reason, we told them that we no longer were gonna be paying for the website, but they never took it down.
Okay.
And,
And arguably, we want the domain still.
but the domain, I thought was our domain anyway.
Well, this is the
Then-
one I'm trying to
Then
find.
I canceled
remember?
it, right?
No, well, no, so this is the one where I've asked you, kept asking about the nicetown.in.
Right,
And you're like,
unfortunately, that
looked and said it
domain
wasn't there.
got registered by me personally.
okay.
And in fact, I realized I never even got paid for it, but I wanted to make sure that happened previously, which is fine.
Yeah.
And so when I found out it was going to renew and we weren't using it, I canceled it because I didn't want to pay for it again because it was under my account. That's why it got canceled.
Yeah, it's still sitting at GoDaddy somewhere, and
Somebody, yeah.
someone has it.
So
I don't know who
somebody's-
owns it. I don't know if the previous company owns it. I don't know if we've reached out to the previous IT person for the town,
No, they won't.
and just to see if it happens to be there. And
No, I wouldn't even.
No, it was in my account and I've sent it back. So it's GoDaddy's got the only control over it unless somebody bought it.
So GoDaddy's who we need
Or,
to contact.
or the international internet,
or the
whoever the,
whatever.
the company manages it.
Yeah, it would be great to get that domain back. Again, the reason for that is so that old links that exist out on the internet can route back to where they should be going on the new
Right.
place.
Right.
But yeah, that is.
Okay.
I'll definitely up for this, having some sort of committee so I can
Yeah.
have a work intake process.
Okay.
So
Would you suggest after the holidays or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd just
Christmas
like to make a
Day.
suggestion. Can you guys get together and set some timeframes? Make it
That's
a
what
knowledge,
yeah.
send out the knowledge to the group.
Yeah.
If somebody else wants to join, if more than two of us want to join with you, then you
Sure.
have to make it a public meeting.
Sure.
And you can address that.
So
I'm not gonna have time.
how about we email and whoever and then set up it's important, your availability
Right.
is most important. And Michaela too, if she agrees. Is she still here?
Yes, she had
Okay. Well, we'll ask her when she comes back in.
Well, I know during the day,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's most of us, like we can
Yeah,
chat
and
pretty quickly. So.
Yeah, just
and-
to get.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then we can set
I'm not
up,
available.
blah, blah, blah.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Oh, and.
Appreciate you
Go
coming.
ahead.
Any other questions?
No, thank you, Jason.
Let me make
Appreciate it.
sure. I don't think so. No. not-
Okay, holiday closures?
Thank you.
What
Yeah.
was that? Oh, Jeffrey brought it up?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have
We had
one
some-
thing. I'm sorry. I have one addition that I just found out about that someone here, I won't,
Jesse?
Is this for Jesse?
yes, no, not for Jesse. No,
Oh.
no, not for Jesse,
Related to the
but
website?
that someone has offered a prize for the winning picture if we do that.
Okay.
Oh, somebody did?
Yes, do you care if we publicly acknowledge that? Okay. I'm so sorry. Well, Mr. Randy Howard, who administrates the Henry County page, has offered to contribute to a door prize or a prize for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, yeah, that would be great.
We need it,
Yeah.
well, we got a brand new one and we just haven't managed it well.
Yeah.
Is it .gov or .in?
Dot I.
.in.gov?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything has to be .gov now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get it in a safe, secure place.
Okay. Okay, questions about
Thank you.
holiday closures?
Yeah, per our conversation this week, I'd like to just make sure that 2026, that moving forward, we're sticking to these days that the state has allowed us to take off. You know, I'm not trying to cause an argument or anything, but I know we can exchange like Lincoln's birthday for the day after Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve, but I think it's imperative moving forward, we stick to these days.
Doesn't Henry County have a schedule?
Well, it's this one right here.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that acceptable? Or so
This was, state town holiday schedule.
That was sent out.
That's
We
Henry
should-
County, they've adopted that schedule, because they can adopt it any schedule.
Okay.
It's about the trading of days.
Yeah, the trading of days.
So like in
Mhm.
Greenfield, I'll just say, they don't take Columbus Day, instead they take the Friday of
Correct.
Riley days, okay, because it's just
Correct.
a zoo. But
Right.
So I don't know if Henry County has a published schedule, and if it is with that, but I would think your offices would want to be coordinated with the county.
Yeah, just want to make sure we're sticking to some sort of schedule, you know, not trying to, like I said, not trying to do anything or say anything, but just, any unforeseen closures need to be brought to like the council's attention instead of it just being done.
Yeah, I
Actually-
agree, I agree.
So, you
Actually,
know,
that's a state code. We don't have to. 26-4.
What is,
Bart has the right to close the clerk's office according to state
whenever.
code.
Well,
26-4.
whenever,
Yes, sir.
even
Yes,
for
sir,
an
he does.
emergency closure.
Yes, sir, he does.
Really?
He cannot close the whole town. That is your guys' call. But the clerk's office, he has the right to do that.
Would you mind emailing me that code, please?
Yep, sure will.
Thank you.
and that's great that he has that code, and I know he's, you know, but I just think us knowing, it may not be asking permission, but we get, I do, I'm sure the others do, when things are posted in, from the town, whoever that is, we get calls. And if I don't know, then it makes us look bad. I don't care that you closed or whatever, that's fine, but just a courtesy email saying we're going to close because of this or that.
The Christmas Eve was discussed at last month's meeting.
Yeah, it was.
No, we're not,
It was
I'm
brought
not
up.
talking about Christmas Eve.
The hour closure for Officer
Yeah.
Branham?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not questioning the reason. I'm just saying, we didn't know. I had 5 calls. Why are you closing? I mean, they probably weren't even gonna come in.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
That's
until
where
I
you just
read.
tell them, call the office. I don't
No,
work in the
I,
office.
I don't like to hand off something if they call me if I know.
Posted
We'll-
why we were closing.
We'll
an hour
email
early.
next time.
Sorry?
I said it was posted why we closed an hour early.
Yeah, but
That was posted on the door.
Yeah, it was posted in 3
exactly,
spots. And
exactly, agreed upon. When was it posted?
like
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Yes, sir.
The newspaper too, I mean,
I can look for sure, but
they used to post a lot more, and like, they
For
changed
what?
it now to where we don't.
The posting that you shared
Yes,
of our days off
yes,
was posted like 2 weeks ago.
okay, I
It
didn't
wasn't-
catch
it
it.
it was
Counted as a
posted on
holiday.
Facebook as on December 8th, and we posted papers before we posted it on Facebook. So
Okay, so December 8th is 2 weeks ago?
10
10
days.
days
Okay.
that it was posted on social media, but we had already posted the
Okay.
papers.
Well, this is my request. You did everything legally, you did everything right. Just as a courtesy, I tend to tag people or email them and say, we're gonna do this.
We can try. Sorry, we've been
No.
swamped without Lisa and without Randy, so I'll make an email. I'm the one that does the social
Yeah.
media. I'll make an email, or I'll make a reminder that when we have something like that, I just need to send an email. That's my fault. I will take the blame for that.
Anything that's public, that's going directly out to the people, and it represents the town, I think whether we need to prove or not, I need to know,
I
because
understand. I'll send an email. That's my fault.
that's all.
And one thing too, you guys are welcome to share, because I know, I mean, you guys and I.
And I love it when you
completely
guys
understand that you're
post
swamped with phone
stuff.
calls, and if you don't have that information, but one thing I will share as far as any of the office staff, I mean, it's not like they're getting paid for just to, they have to actually use their time, so if they wanna take the time off, say that 1 hour for the closure, they have
Oh,
to use
yeah,
the time
I'm
for
not,
that.
I'm not arguing
Sure,
that.
and that's
I'm-
fine.
It's
Yeah, we
just,
saw it.
I didn't know.
And I would probably assume that there will be a day next week when
Yeah,
the
we'll be
office may
closed.
wanna close
Absolutely.
for
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Butler's.
I'll try to remember to send an email
Absolutely.
that day too.
We
I
will,
mean, I don't know
whatever,
that arrangements have been made, but
whatever day that arrangement is made, we will be closing to go to attend the funeral with Lisa.
Okay. Anything else there? Are we covered it?
Oh, you mean besides that? I have another one.
Well, we have another topic, but go ahead if you had another topic.
I was gonna say, what's the electric?
Well, I was gonna ask that too. I don't know what.
Oh,
that-
go ahead.
I didn't,
Yeah, we have electric
I don't
quotes in
know if
here
that was
for
supposed to be
something?
in the,
VCR electric, that's not on the.
Yeah,
agenda.
this is
It was financial
quotes.
matters.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
sorry, we
okay.
forgot to put it on there. We were waiting on a third quote. We didn't end up getting it. We got quotes for, getting several outlets installed, including over there for the TV.
Okay.
And then several in the police department and in the office, where we have kind of a shortage of electrical outlets. So we reached out. We had, this BCR came in, Kyle Kinnaman came in, and Freedom Electric came in. Unfortunately, we did not receive Freedom Electrics. We reached out to them to ask for it again and didn't get it before tonight. So these are the two quotes we have to present to you.
And these are for the same thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so they're quite a bit different, okay. So
Like what
BCR,
to say, is this apples to apples, or?
Yes, sir. We took them around and showed them exactly what we were looking at, where we were asking for the outlets to be, and what have you. So
so what about the approach to installation? That could be a difference. So are they gonna get inside the wall and do the work, you know, and,
Some of it's gonna be through the floor, like in our office and by Landon.
Right under the land.
Sure, okay.
Here, they'll have to do dropping or bring it up through the floor too, but it'll be in the wall.
it'll be in the wall, okay,
Yes.
that's what I wondered, okay. They were gonna put conduit on top of the
Time
wall.
frame on those, BCR said that he could do it,
As soon as we call
as
him.
soon as we called him. Kyle Kinnaman told us it would be towards the end of February before he could.
yeah, he's swamped.
He's very,
He's
very,
very,
busy.
very,
he
very
always
busy
is,
right
yes.
now.
Very
Yes.
busy.
Which is probably why the price is higher, so, okay.
Body's good.
We can address this now if you want. Is there,
I mean, if we want the TV, we wanna get a TV.
We wanna get it
better
done.
Get some
We-
outlets.
yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
So,
our officers would love it.
I know BCR is significantly lower,
Computers.
so I assume we wanna go that direction. Somebody got a,
I'll make a motion, we hire BCR Electric to do this quote.
I will second.
all
Said-
right. All in favor of hiring BCR Electrical at $776.25?
Well,
Say
750, cause 2625 is a credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll be getting paid by check.
aye. Oh, well, I didn't see the credit card fee there, okay. All right,
Yeah, that kind of leads into the next. that's
well,
what's up.
let's vote first. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think we have, you had another topic?
Well, you can do the engineering thing.
Yeah, that's where we're
I
going.
mean, it's not
Okay,
fair.
so engineering, I apologize, I was very ill the night we were supposed to meet, and we didn't get to meet. So, with limited time tonight, if people are comfortable, I'm not sure you are, but if you're comfortable, I would like to choose, personally, I'd like to choose 3, but at least 2 companies to do some additional due diligence, get some references, and be prepared, hopefully, to take some action in January to hire somebody. That would be my goal.
So, I made it to all the meetings.
Yep.
I
I don't have
would
them.
love to hire Wessler and USI.
Which one's
Now,
Brian?
you're saying hire, you're saying.
Oh,
proceed.
yes, proceed. Sorry,
Which one?
I'm so sorry. With them,
He's not in here.
because they were my favorite.
Yeah, he's on my list.
Westmore, who's the other one?
I think it's I think they're together.
That's who.
I think,
So unfortunately, neither one of those throw
and
me.
he's sitting here too.
So you said Wessler and who?
It's USI.
Okay.
They're together.
Oh, yes, that one, okay.
But that's one, all right?
Yep.
Right, that's one.
One group.
Oh yeah, that's the same one. Oh,
Did you have a second?
Did you have anybody else?
Way down to 2.
are we going to 2 or 3?
I personally would like to do 3, just because I have 3 that I like, but that's, we can, you know, hey, it's just me, right?
I think 3 is good. Who are the,
Unfortunately, that one's not on my list, so.
Yeah, that's everybody's
So
list.
now
is right
every
now.
little different, so. Do you have another one, or you?
Well, I got 2 on
Yeah,
mine.
Because I can tell you.
Or if you'd like to go.
I can just give mine. So I had VS Engineering, which was on the first night that we met. I think they were the ones that had hired the one gentleman that spoke. HWC, who's a company that we've worked with quite a lot, they do more than engineering. But they have all the capabilities to do the engineering.
Sorry, Roger, what was your number one? You said I didn't hear it.
Well, it's not number 1, it's just, they're not in order here, but VS Engineering,
Yes.
HWC, and Donahue, which I will say Donahue was highly impressive.
Yes, I enjoyed
And
Donahue.
they
as
were
well.
very prepared. I mean, so they're frankly kind of a top pick for me, but, I think we need to do more due diligence with everyone, or with a few,
Yeah,
I'll say.
I like Donahue and VS Engineering also, the 2 that I picked.
So I didn't like VS Engineering,
Okay.
but I.
Who's your second one?
Who's my second one? Oh, I'm good with Donahue. I enjoyed Donahue. They seemed very knowledgeable. I literally took notes on everything they said.
Sheehan, yeah.
I just want to make sure I have the right.
But really, those are my two. I didn't like any of the. Not that I didn't
Who
like
else?
them.
Who do you guys like?
I'll just give one. I mean, they were all fine, but HWC is my choice to be one of the three.
Did you have a second one, Kevin?
No,
Okay.
the others equal, but to me, I wanted to make sure HWC, I'm fine with interviewing any of the others.
Okay. Bruce, any thoughts?
HWC and Commonwealth.
In Commonwealth, okay.
Because Commonwealth actually came in before that and met with
They
Randy
did.
and went to the
You're
sewer
right.
plant.
They did.
Went to the water plant. They,
Mm-hmm.
and to be honest, Rick, for years, Rick wanted Commonwealth when you guys hired FPB&H.
So,
Or whoever.
So
I thought he'd been here long before I was
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, I do remember Rick
Been here a
mentioning
long time.
Commonwealth.
So I will be completely honest, because I really did look at everything and I took notes on everything, and they had a 15% profit. So they were one of the most expensive.
That was the reason I didn't include them. If you look at the way they break down their pricing, it's very complicated.
The Commonwealth?
I think they're
Yeah,
ones that have
Commonwealth
like a
was-
massive, and then they actually show you. I mean, it's nice they show you everything, so that part's good. So
Yeah.
you see what
You
their
don't get the
margins
hidden
are.
charges.
But it was very expensive. It looked like to me, but that was the only reason I didn't pick them. Obviously, we got to pick somebody.
So I mean, that's just
So I would
literally the
propose
notes that I took.
a little bit time consuming, but maybe we could kind of do what's called a multi-vote, where we just pick each one, and everybody gets to, I don't know, choose 2 or 3 is all you can vote for. And then we pick the 2 or 3 with the highest number of votes. So we basically vote on each one, but you can only vote.
We get
Well-
two
You
little
get-
cards and write
you get-
2 names and put in a hat.
So
I was gonna propose we just raise our hand and check, right? But,
what? I guess are we just gonna go with majority?
I don't, what, you got another idea?
I'm just asking.
I assume so, but-
Okay, so the most votes any one company can get is 5. So
Yes.
you're gonna go through.
I'm saying everybody gets, but everybody only gets 3 votes. You only get 3 votes.
Can we do less than 3 if we want?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean,
wouldn't do
proposed-
less than
I
3.
proposed 2 originally, but I wanted 3
I
just
was
because
gonna
I really
say,
like
if
the
we
3
go
guys.
with 2 votes, will that
That will narrow it quicker. sure.
narrow it quicker?
I would rather do.
But I wanted to
3.
do a number of votes based on the number of companies that we might hire, because otherwise you leave out the potential to hire somebody who everybody really likes, but they didn't have enough votes to make it happen, so. Or not hire, but move
It's
on.
just like,
Okay.
our former
Process
engineering
too
company
compli-
said we had to put a nuclear well in. He didn't want to entertain the idea of
Yeah, well,
revamping it. But that's
what does that got to do with this? I missed something.
got a lot to do with it when you're spending money.
I'm saying the vote. Does it have something to do with the
I'm
vote?
not- no, yeah.
Okay.
That's that's
Okay,
fine.
so
I don't know.
Don't cheat.
everybody gets 3 votes.
Oh, 3.
Is that okay?
Okay, yep.
And we're gonna vote for each company one at a time. So if you raise your hand, you use one of your votes.
It needs to be a voice vote because you keep this on the.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
good
raise
point.
your hand.
So do you have the list? Bart?
He's
The
making.
full list?
Come on, Santa Claus.
Would you like my notes? Or
So
my
BS, Commonwealth, HWC,
HWC,
Donahue,
and West? Is that?
Who's the one that's Westland? Who else?
VS and Westler.
VS and
United Consulting.
United, yeah, I've got United here. And I think that's it. Was there 6, I think? Should have 6.
Got 5.
I've
I got VS and Westler, Commonwealth, HWC, Donahue, and United.
VS,
There's one more.
US,
It was 6.
Commonwealth, United Consulting,
Right.
Yeah, there should be one.
HWC, and Donahue.
You got
I only
Donahue?
have 5.
He's head to
Yeah, I got-
HWC.
I think it's because VS and Westler are combined. I think
Yeah.
No-
that's what it
They
is.
were one company.
No, not VS. Not VS. Not VS. USI and
The
Western.
first night we had 4, and then
Right.
the next time we had
We had
2, so
4,
there's 6.
Yeah.
There's 6.
You got VS, USI, Commonwealth.
General Engineering Services? Is that one? No, that's United.
That's
Consulting.
United.
Consulting, and then Donahue.
I
and
took notes on
HWC.
every single one of them.
Yeah, I'm just getting 5.
I only have 5.
Ken, do you have that one, the VS? Do you have that one by any chance on top, or the VS, the one where it's combined?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Foot?
Oh, which
Is that the minutes from the first
That
one or
one,
the second one?
there.
The first,
Yeah,
the
VS.
first one that you
VS?
voted on that Jeff
Here's-
was here.
Okay,
So this is the
You have
one.
So-
VS Engineering.
yep.
USI
This is
Consultants, Commonwealth,
I literally have.
United Consulting,
Okay,
HWC
it's
and Donahue.
USI, did you include that? So she
USI
just
is
listed
with
6.
Wessler.
That's fine, but she just listed 6, so if you got
Yeah,
all those, we're
she
good.
did.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got 6.
Yeah,
But Bart doesn't have them on.
Okay, USI and Wessler,
yeah, because they were together.
Commonwealth, HWC, Donahue, and United.
Yeah.
You're missing.
VS Engineering, there you go. Okay,
Okay,
now,
I thought VS was the one.
we're basically gonna have to do a roll call vote for each one.
Yep.
Sounds
We'll
like.
do three apiece or 2?
3.
Okay.
Each
Okay.
person gets 3 votes.
But they don't have to vote 3 times.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to, I guess, if you don't want to.
We're gonna make this super difficult. We're end up all having different votes for
That's
everything.
why I'm only voting once.
There's a hanging
done that
chat.
before,
We
right?
don't know if we're gonna count like
Okay,
4.
take us through it.
Roger Hammer, what are your 3?
On what? Which
On
one?
what? Which one?
On,
Just pick.
Okay, you can do it that way.
Oh.
That'll go faster. I'm actually in favor of that. So we
Okay.
just say who we like.
Yeah.
That'll make it one time round. So I want VS Engineering, HWC, and Donahue.
which that's what I just wrote down. I'm gonna make sure I got that correct on your list.
Okay, we got Roger's vote.
Okay. List them out that way.
We got it down. We're marking them down.
Okay, next.
Everybody mark them down.
USI.
No, person. You gotta pick a person.
Roger Hammer, yep, I
Bruce,
got
go.
HWC, Commonwealth.
Okay.
Kevin Ritchie had HWC.
Yes.
That's all he wants to vote.
Well, the others were equal and
Donahue,
fine.
HWC, VS Engineering.
In that order or just?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not a.
Doesn't matter.
Bruce,
Desiree
Where's your?
wants USI and Wessler and
Combined.
Donahue.
And what's your third one?
I left my notebook. No,
Just do 2.
I didn't like VS and
Okay.
Just
okay.
do 2.
HWC. No.
I didn't like.
You go ahead.
Commonwealth.
Make your vote.
HWC sounded like they had ADHD.
Oh my
And
God.
United Consulting, I said no to. So I guess I only got 2.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's it.
HWC and Donahue.
Who wins?
HWC had
HWC.
4, Donahue had 3, and VS had 2.
Okay. And the others only had 1? Is that what you're saying?
1 or none. Yes.
Okay.
Desiree. Come on.
All right. So next steps, I'm assuming, can you make requests for
Who am I asking?
VS, it's VS, HWC, and Donahue
Sorry.
for
Didn't mean to kick.
references? And we want 1 bad reference? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I think they already gave you references.
Yeah, they
in the
did.
Materials.
And the
Oh, you're right. They
materials.
did. They did give us. I'm saying somebody we can actually call and talk
Yeah,
to.
they did.
I want
And
names and phone numbers. That's what I want.
Roger,
Anything else?
in the books, it has all of their
Some of them
references.
does. All with names and phone numbers?
All with names and phone
Okay,
numbers.
my bad.
So what you should do is read the materials.
I have read it, but it's
Okay,
been a
maybe
while.
Refresh yourself.
Yep.
Let me know
So
if
what
you
else do
need-
we want? That's really the question. What do we need to make a decision?
There,
Well, are you gonna invite them back for a second round of interviews and ask them more particular questions? I mean, I don't know that you are, but that's not an unusual process.
Yeah, it wouldn't be if we have good additional questions to ask.
vote.
What I would love to do is put them in front of our sewer design and tell them to tell us just generally what their take is on it and how they would approach going, I'd like a working session, really. How would you approach taking over a project? What would be the series of events and things you'd want to do? That would be a really interesting meeting from my perspective as an engineer and listening to how they think.
So I'll just tell them and we'll try to schedule those. And what do you want? You want an hour for those each? or-
That's kind of what I had in mind. Is that, I'm getting really funny stares now. What do you want to do that for?
I mean, I'll say HWC.
To me, I want to hear how they think. We've got a little bit of it, but getting into something specific would be helpful to me.
I was gonna say, I kinda agree with Roger. It's been a minute, so
Yeah.
bring them in and get like a refresh.
And if,
Okay.
if their schedule allows, can we do it back to back, so we're not,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I don't wanna have three different meetings.
We're not gonna have it on a council.
No, no.
No, it'd be a different meeting.
No.
So
yeah.
you
just
need
some,
to
uh,
give me some dates so I can, and I say more than one. because
Yeah,
I may
yeah.
not be able to
No, it
schedule
might not.
all.
Yeah, all three of them would be tough to get here.
HWC, I think, did a good job with, I'll say that Mason and the other guy, I can't remember. But they, I mean, they helped
Brian.
us with the other, with grant information and research. They were very good about the research side. They had things done pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's kind of a non-engineering side of things, but
Right,
yes,
yeah.
they're good at
But
that.
they wanted to do more on the Zoom calls and not come to meetings, so that's why I voted against them.
Brian lives in Rushville, he said he'd be here.
Okay, so let's look at some
From
dates.
Rushville.
Can we look at some dates? Let's see, when is the beginning of the month? So the beginning of the month is actually on Thursday, so it's gonna be early for the meeting date.
What do you mean by,
So when the Thursday of the first is the first day of the month is Thursday, then that makes the 15th is our meeting date, or assuming we keep the same date. So it's early. Unfortunately, I mean, can we do the 8th? Or something in that first full week of January?
The only dates I'm not available is January 6th that I remember. And
6th, I have the RDC meeting on the 6th, so that
I mean, I
8th
can
would
go
be
to
better
that.
for me.
Try the 8th.
Is that 8? What do you think? Does that work? Jeffrey works? Works for you? Desiree?
what day?
8? At like 6 to 9?
Can we do 6:30?
We can. We
That'd
just
be
go to 9:30, okay. So the 8th from 6:30 to 9:30?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's look at, he said more than one date, so can we look at the 13th, that's on Tuesday, the next week, before our meeting? Hate to have 2 meetings in a week, but we kinda need to get this decided and start moving with somebody. Is the 13th a reasonable date or not?
Well,
No?
it's not because it's my birthday,
can't
but because my family will be.
Birthday.
You can bring
Okay.
it up.
Can't do the
I
12th or
could.
the 13th.
Will you
Oh, you can't?
turn this
Okay.
into a party?
I can do.
Could be.
Oh, I don't want
No.
Engineering party, okay. So those are pretty much the dates before our meeting, unless you wanna do a Friday night. I can't do Monday night, so unfortunately that doesn't work. 14th, I can't do that. Is that right? Well, interesting. I don't have a meeting schedule. I'm sure I must have a meeting that night. My Wednesday nights usually are. Yeah, okay. I guess if you can check for that 8th, that'd be great. And if they have a problem, let's find another date.
What about-
And you want me to tell them that they'll have an hour and be ready to discuss their analysis of existing wastewater plans and what else?
Are we going to give them specific?
So I wanna hear their process for engaging us to take over water and sewer. What is the process they'll go through in order to do that? And their process to assess our current design and PER for water and sewer design.
Do we need to give them any more information, or do they?
Probably they'd like to have a copy of what we've got ahead of time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how we get that. We have paper, was in the other room at one time.
Oh, yeah.
We also need to discuss transition and how that happens and contractual.
Yeah.
Have you looked at current contracts or anything, Greg?
We haven't asked them for a proposed contract.
No, I'm saying current contracts.
Current with FBPH?
We don't have one with them, do we?
Well, we have one for for the sewer project. It's an active project, so how does that transition and all those kinds of things, right? Okay,
January 8th, tentative.
January 8th.
yep, 6:30 to 9:30.
Don't advertise it yet.
Yeah, let him confirm.
Well, it
Yeah.
just saves some money.
Right. Okay, we ready to move on? Approval of claims?
All right. for the, well, we got the payroll and then the general council docket. I'll put this on.
Okay, let's take the council docket first.
Okay. The total dollar amount for the general claims docket
Oh,
is,
you just went to the other one. Go ahead.
did what?
Go ahead, do the general claims. Oh, that's what you call general claims? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, or council.
the
they
same
call
one,
it,
okay,
yeah, For the general bank, everything included in the general bank, all the vouchers, not payroll, yeah. General claims docket, total dollar amount for the month is $376,305.92.
So what, 230,000 plus on power?
Dedicated services, probably.
For what? Oh,
That actually,
right.
yes.
Power development there, yep.
Is the emergency room, just so that way I'm clarified, for John when he was bit by that one chick? Do you know her name? Because I don't know her name.
Okay, so totals 376 plus. Any discussion or comments?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
I'll
thank you.
second it.
We got a motion and a second to approve the general council docket. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Payroll docket.
And then for the payroll docket for the month, the total dollar amount is $164,414.03.
Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second for the payroll docket. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Other financial matters.
I just want to point out one thing on the additional appropriations. The good thing is they have sped up the process of what they used to be. So, I mean, it was approved within a day. Roxanne and I were talking about how we couldn't believe it was less than 24 hours. So on Gateway, they gave us an approval less than 24 hours after. So I submitted the additional appropriations we had. If you look on your appropriation report, it is listed in the, I have implemented it, and we put it, I called Boyce and the accounting system, that we implemented the dollar amounts in there, but it's in the middle column, if you look in the middle of cemetery, fund number 2205, and I separated them. And I did that for a reason, was because it was a total of 80,000, but in case you're questioning that, if you look at the bottom of the category, it says 40,000 for each one, but if you look at the bottom middle, there it says 80,000.
Sorry, we went a little fast for me. Which was the category and the?
Yeah, on cemetery, it's page 5.
Okay.
And it's like that middle column, and it says ADD additional, and this, they call it adjustments or appropriations. So I just wanted to let you know that I did implement it, the DLGF did approve it, and I put it in there in the appropriation. So since the appropriation report kind of, that is the budget for all intents and purposes. So, that has been implemented, but one was in different categories. So we have a repairs and maintenance category in cemetery in a 200 series, and then we also have one in a 300 series. I think that was put in there because mostly, supplies and things like that are in, payroll issues, FICA, Medicare, things like that. That's all in the 100 series. But that repairs and maintenance is in 2 separate ones. So I separated them as well to what they actually were. So I put 40,000 in the first category and then 40,000 in the second category. But it's a total of 80,000 in all of cemetery, just to let you know. And it's in that middle column. MVH, again, it's fund number, it's not 2201, it's 2203. So it is the MVH restricted fund. We've talked about that. So in order to get us, it was 151,000, but we were fine on the cash balance, barely, but we were okay. So we've done a lot of paving here in town. So that, Randy got us some really good deals. I think he definitely needs to be commended for that. Randy got us some very good deals. But that 151,000, same thing. We implemented it on fund number 2203. It's in the middle column, and it's under adjustments and appropriations. That's where the additional appropriations went. But I just want to let you know the DLGF approved it, and I have implemented it in the budget. So we will not go in the negative. So in a nutshell.
Legal matters. Nothing new? Ready to go home? RDC, I will mention that, I can't remember if I brought it up last time, but the Masonic Building, the owners of the Masonic Building have decided to divest of that project. They are not going to move forward, and they are working toward a quick auction. I don't know the date. It might be sealed bid. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but they're talking about an auction to get that property placed in someone else's hands. The RDC does have some oversight from the standpoint that we have requested to know what the plans are for the building prior to sale. And is there anything else, anyone?
Yeah, I just had
Oh,
one thing. This isn't to, decide anything tonight, but I wanted to kind of put our bug in our ears for January, and I think Landon would appreciate it too, and I think we need to decide what we're gonna do, because he's still in an interim role, correct? So I think it's time we decide that,
Okay.
make it permanent or, if, or whatever. But maybe do that in January at the next meeting, or think about it.
Okay.
I think the issue for me is, you make him full-time,
Well,
then he's exclusively.
Yeah, I don't.
Right, I mean,
I
that's,
don't know if that's.
no, I don't know,
So,
that's what we
yeah,
need
I
to
mean,
discuss, I guess.
I would propose removing interim and keeping him right where he is myself.
Yeah.
So if that's possible.
But under that same sharing thing, is that what we're talking?
I don't know, I'm just throwing it out.
But
Well, to
maybe we
me, I
need-
mean, I don't,
I mean, if he's doing his duties here and he's doing his duties there. once
yeah,
it-
it's all
I'm-
working as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but
I have to
it's,
check because
Yeah.
there's a prohibition against dual lucrative offices. Right now, he's a contract employee.
Okay.
yeah,
He may be a contract for Middletown, I'm not sure, I think he maybe, but,
yeah, I'm not,
there could be an issue on that.
I'm not
So we need to keep him
suggesting
as a contract.
change. I'm just saying we need to make
Okay.
whatever it is
Not a problem
official,
keeping him
don't
as
we?
a contract employee.
For
If you
his
wanna do something
benefit too, I
different,
guess.
then
Yeah, I mean, I didn't bring it up, but since it's been brought up, I would just remove the interim and make it a permanent, part-time contract position.
you can discuss.
If we can
it
do
anyway,
that.
but
Yeah, you can let us know.
I'll look and see, sure.
Okay?
We don't
Because
wanna get called on by-
Sure, I agree.
Because that's, I assume that's officially somewhere written that that's his title, interim.
So there is a
And
contract, right,
it
that
would
we
be nice
discussed and was
to-
signed for that position, yeah.
Make it official or not.
I think Bruce, you had something?
What's Melissa's last name? Tap. Melissa Tap needs to be,
She wants to be reappointed to the park board. Her
Oh,
term is.
okay, it's expiring, okay.
And
Oh.
she's been a very valuable, contributing member of the board, and we would like to have her.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion for this?
I'll make a motion to keep Melissa Tap on the park board.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Good to go. So of course, next month, be thinking about your committees you are on, and we'll be reassigning those positions, and of course, voting for leadership and different,
Are we gonna do the picture?
anybody who wants to do a picture can do a picture. How about that?
No.
It's up to you. All right, is there anything else? I'm gonna adjourn us if not. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. And we're adjourned?
You got a time?
2114.
Don't forget to sign the documents. Jim.
Oh, yes, yeah, we gotta get a signature. We better hurry, sorry.
Dropped my pen down here. There's my pen. I couldn't see it. Not my pen.